You're listening to Reading Fightin' Phillies Baseball on the Our Phillies Radio Network. Now, out to the ballpark with your broadcasters, Bob McCool and Jake Starr.
Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to FirstEnergy Stadium, America's classic ballpark, on the weekend that America celebrates its birthday. 4th of July, a couple days away, but the Fightin' Phillies and the Richmond Flying Squirrels continue their series here in Reading, as Reading now at 1-3 after Richmond has taken 3 of the first 4 in this series. And Reading now with the opportunity that they need to take care of business today and in the wrap-up game tomorrow to try to at least get a split of this 6-game homestand. Richmond won Game 1 and Game 2. Reading feeling a whole lot better about themselves after Game 3 and had the come-from-behind win with the home run from Nick Podkul in the 8th inning. They locked it down in the 9th and won it by a score of 5-3. But those feelings went away pretty quickly yesterday when the Phils dropped another one by a final score of 4-1. Alongside my broadcast partner, Jake Starr, my name is Bob McCool. Thanks for tuning in, everyone, and hope you're ready for more baseball here from Baseball Town. Jake, lots of things we can talk about, but one of the things that jumps out more than anything is, well, we've talked so much about this team and its ability to hit throughout this season, but unfortunately, whether it's the Richmond pitching or the Phils have collectively hit a slump all at the same time, the bats have grown silent for the most part in this series.
And look, you have to give credit where credit is due. This Richmond pitching staff is really, really good. I mean, last night we saw the exact same thing with Mason Black, 5 perfect innings from him. And this staff all week has been really good. So, yes, the staff's been good, but at the same time, it's an Our Phillies offense that we know how good it is. We know how good it can be. And look, we're 72 games into this series. This is a blip in the road. It is not then all of a sudden new identity of what this offense is. I think the sample size at this point of the year is enough that we know this is a very good, if not close to elite offense. That's just struggling right now. That's what it is. So they just need to find a way to break through. You know, maybe if, it's one game, one big inning like we saw against Hartford, just something to kind of snap the confidence of this group back into place.
Yeah, and obviously it starts with making some contact because strikeouts have been at an optimum for the Phils over the course of this series, including 17 last night. And in this series, 53 strikeouts so far for Richmond's pitching in 4 games. That's an average of 12-plus strikeouts per game, and not a whole lot of good things can come from a strikeout in terms of the bats, and that has been a problem where this team is just not making contact, not putting the ball in play, and not having productive at-bats. And so, again, that is somewhat uncharacteristic for this team. They do have some thumpers in this lineup, and you do expect that there's going to be some strikeouts through the middle of this order, but it has been up and down this order, and they have been equal opportunity offenders when it comes to the strikeout numbers throughout the order. One of the things, and maybe you hope that the change on the reinsertion of Johan Rojas, who was out of the lineup over the course of the last 2 days, back out in center field tonight and back in his 3-hole in tonight's lineup. Johan Rojas can be a table setter and a difference maker in any lineup, and a guy who leads the Eastern League in total hits and is among the top 10 in hitting. He is a guy that can kickstart a lot of things with his offense, with his defense, and with his speed. And maybe having him back in the lineup today after getting a couple days off will maybe be the gel that this team needs to get started this afternoon.
Without a doubt, you get a bat like Johan Rojas back in the lineup, I think can do a lot of things. And look, he's been struggling too. I mean, like the entirety of this Reading offense has been right now. Johan Rojas, entering today, batting average still is really good. He is in the top 10 in the Eastern League. He's a .308 hitter, 6 home runs, 38 RBI. He's 0 for 8 this week. He's 0-53 over his last 5. 310 over his last 10, so he went from red hot to ice cold. So the hope is a couple of days off kind of can help Johan Rojas get right and a chance just to reset himself mentally and get back out there today, hopefully refreshed and ready to go.
In addition to which, this is an opportunity for your starting pitcher, Tyler Phillips, who really has relished the role of being one of the leaders on this team in terms of a more mature pitcher because he's been around for a couple years. He's 25 years of age, and he's working with some guys, obviously, in the McAbles, the Griff McGarrys, who are much younger or much less experienced than Tyler Phillips has. And so this is an opportunity for Tyler Phillips, who's been really good his last 2 starts, to be in that position where I've got to hold down the other team until my offense gets it kick-started.
But look, if you're Phillips, I think it's unfair to try and think with that mindset, because then you start pressing. If you try to be too perfect, try to hit your spots with every pitch, that's where you're going to leave balls up over the plate and make mistakes. You can't be afraid to make a mistake. You can't, as a pitcher, I know it's hard. It's a lot easier said than done, but you can't pitch differently when your offense is struggling. And for Tyler Phillips, the way he's pitched the last 3 times out has been really, really well. So for him, just keep going the same. When he's on, he's getting the ball back, and he's firing right away. I'm sure that confidence is going to be there. Had a really good outing last Sunday at Portland, and the hope for him is to do it again tonight.
Yeah, you can't go out there thinking I gotta put up zeros in the hit column, but putting up some zeros in the score column obviously would be the ideal thing for Tyler Phillips, at least to keep this Richmond lineup at bay. Richmond has led in this series throughout. They have scored, let me rephrase that, they have scored the first runs in this series in each of the first 4 games. So I think that could certainly be a key for the Fightins today. If they can jump out on top early and maybe get a lead and work with that a little bit, because then the other side of that is one of the things that has been a struggle for this team throughout has been pretty solid so far in this second half, and that's the back end of the bullpen.
Yeah, no, the back end of the bullpen's been solid, especially the last couple of nights, which, it has to instill some confidence in the group that they've pitched better. Even in the win on Friday night, Tyler McKay came in and pitched a clean 9th inning. But to get to that point where Pac will hit the home run, they had to hold him. And they did a good job kind of containing it there. So, it's a bullpen that's gotten better. It's only going to get better as time goes on, just with more reps, and I'm sure more guys coming in eventually as well. But, it's a bullpen that I think is slowly improving, and if it can kind of continue to take a climb up, I think there's a chance this team can really turn things around.
Braden Zabniski and Max Coons gave them solid innings last night for innings number 7, 8, and 9. The night before that, Tyler McKay comes up with another save along with Brett Schultz. They were very, very good at the back end to close out that win. But overall, it has been pretty solid for the Phils. And again, it hasn't been pitching that has been the problem in this series. For the most part, other than game 2 where Richmond kind of unloaded on them, it has been the offense and getting the hits that they are more accustomed to. Right now, the skies are clear. There are some thunderstorms in the area. We'll see how it all plays out as tonight's game unfolds. The Reading Fightin' Phils, the Richmond Flying Squirrels. When we take a timeout, we'll come back with our starting lineups and first pitch of the Reading Phils Radio Network.
Santa Ana Group Deck is a great spot for all fans of a summer picnic and great tailgate atmosphere. During your picnic, you may even catch a souvenir, as the area is situated directly in home-run territory, behind the left field wall. Regular season tickets are just $32 per person for groups of 20 or more, and children 4 and under are free. Visit rphils.com/groups or call 610-370-BALL to reserve your group outing today.
About the International Fireworks Retail Store in Douglasville. Thanks again to International Fireworks.
The Louisiana Swamplands. Out here, you're either lunch or you're enjoying it. Make sure you end up on top with the all-powerful lineup of Kia SUVs, like the Telluride, Sportage, and Sorento, equipped with available all-wheel drive, higher ground clearance, and the interior capacity to bring everything you need, so you'll always remain more than a gator's length ahead. Visit your local Kia dealer today to find your next adventure in our ever-capable lineup of SUVs. Kia, movement that inspires.
Call 800-3334-KIA for details. Always drive safely.
Are you looking for a reliable food distributor to meet all your culinary needs? Look no further than our trusted team at Feaser's Food Distributors. For over 120 years, our products have been sourced from the best farms and suppliers, ensuring that you get the best ingredients for your restaurant or organization. From fresh produce to premium meats, Feaser's supplies everything but the appetite. Visit Feasers.com today to experience the difference in working with a top-tier, family-owned food distributor. Feasers, your partner for success in the kitchen. Looking for a fast and hassle-free way to get your snacks and non-perishable groceries? Look no further than FeasersDirect.com. With just a few clicks, discover the convenience of having your culinary essentials ready for a pickup at our headquarters in Harrisburg.
Large see-through net. Starting at $34, groups of 20 or more can enjoy a 2.5-hour all-you-can-eat buffet. Children 4 and under are free. Visit rphils.com or call us at 610-370-BALL to reserve your group outing today.
Good evening, everyone, and welcome to FirstEnergy Stadium. The Reading Fightin' Phillies, the Richmond Flying Squirrels, set to begin Game 4 of this 6-game stand here at FirstEnergy Stadium. Richmond has won 3 of the first 4, and the Phils looking to take care of business today and need to wrap it up tomorrow with a win in the wraparound weekend series here at FirstEnergy Stadium in order to try at least to get a split of this series at home. My name is Bob McCool. My broadcast partner Jake Starr will be along with us a little bit later on. But right now it's time for us to take a look at our Golden Oaks Landscaping starting lineup for the Richmond Flying Squirrels. Shane Matheny will be in the leadoff spot tonight. He'll be in center field. Vaughn Brown bats second. He'll be in right field. Marco Luciano in the 3-hole and at the DH today. Andy Thomas in the cleanup spot. He is the catcher. Carter Williams bats 5th in left field. Jimmy Glowacki is batting 6th, and it's at second base. Batting 7th is third baseman Hayden Cantrell. Batting 8th is first baseman Robert Emery, and batting 9th is shortstop Simon Whiteman. They will be facing 25-year-old right-handed pitcher for the Fightin' Phils, Tyler Phillips. This his 13th start of the season. He is 3-4 with a 5.34 earned run average. He's pitched 64 total innings, 63 strikeouts, and 24 walks. 2 outstanding performances in a row on the road in Portland for Tyler Phillips. In the game 1 of that series, he went 6 innings, gave up 5 hits and a run. And then in the wrap-up game of the series that the Phils also won, he got the win in both of those games. He went 5 innings, gave up just 3 hits and a run. So back-to-back excellent starts for Tyler Phillips. He'll try to carry that through on the home field this afternoon as our first pitch is delivered to Shane Matheny, who fouls it out of play for strike 1. Our EPAW weather forecast as Tyler Phillips delivers the 0-1 pitch and Matheny takes it outside for a ball. EPAW weather consulting source for public and private forecasts in Pennsylvania, New Jersey, Delaware, and northern and eastern Maryland. Game time temperature is 81 degrees. Matheny takes one just outside, and it's 2-1. Breeze blowing at about 10 to 12 miles an hour. Right now, the American flag on this 4th of July weekend is blowing out to left center field here at America's Classic Ballpark. Shane Matheny will line this one into right field for a base hit. So Matheny gets on base. Richmond has taken the lead in this series in each of the first 4 games, and Tyler Phillips will try to keep that from happening here as Vaughn Brown will step in. Brown 6 for 15 in this series, hitting at .265 on the season, 7 doubles, 2 triples, 5 home runs, and 19 RBIs, 2 of those home runs coming in this series. Brown is born in Sarasota, Florida, went to Florida Southern University, but he does have a Berks County connection as he takes the first pitch from Tyler Phillips over for a called strike. His father, Herb, was a football player for a couple of seasons at Kutztown University. So Vaughn Brown does have a connection here to Berks County as he stands in facing Tyler Phillips, pitching from the stretch. And the 0-1 pitch. Brown lifts this one foul and out of play, and Phillips gets ahead of Brown, no balls and 2 strikes. Defense behind Tyler Phillips. Madison Stokes back in left field today. Johan Rojas returns to center field. Baron Radcliffe in right field. Jalen Ortiz again at first base. Cam Cannon gets the start at second base today. Casey Martin again at short. Nick Podkill at third, and Cody Roberts behind the plate catching for Tyler Phillips, who's ahead of Vaughn Brown, no balls and 2 strikes. This one driven into left center field. Rojas going back, goes back to the track, will look up and leap, and it's off his glove and off the wall and on the ground. And Matheny had to hold up because it was in the glove of Rojas. The contact against the wall jarred it loose, so it will be a double for Vaughn Brown. Matheny stops at third. So 2 hard hit balls off of Tyler Phillips in the first 2 batters. And Vaughn Brown's 8th double of the season has 2 men on and nobody out here in the top of the first, and the 3-hole hitter Marco Luciano will bat for the Richmond Flying Squirrels. Richmond, the AA affiliate of the San Francisco Giants, and Luciano is the number 2 prospect in the Giants organization. He's 21 years of age. First pitch to him, over for a called strike with the fastball. Luciano, a shortstop by trade. He's the designated hitter in the Richmond lineup today. He's 3 for 12 so far in this series. They're having a night off last night. Phillips takes a look back at the runners, comes with the 0-1 pitch, and Luciano will pop this up into shallow right field, but the Cam Cannon, the second baseman, will call for it. And everybody has to stay put as Cannon makes the catch just in the grass behind the infield cutout. That's a big out there for Tyler Phillips on a soft pop-up to the infielder Cam Cannon for out number 1. It'll bring up Andy Thomas. Thomas also had a day off yesterday as a left-handed hitter, got the day off against the left-handed pitching David Parkinson. Thomas at 209 on the season, 7 home runs and 36 RBIs, but he's had 4 hits in this series, 4 for 12 in total. And first pitch swinging and fouls it out of play down the third baseline. Thomas, with his 4 hits in this series, has hit for the cycle. He's got a single, a double, a triple, and a home run so far. Shane Matheny at first, he singled. Vaughn Brown at second, he doubled. 1 out, top of the first. Phillips, and this one lined it to left, right at Madison Stokes. He'll make the catch. Matheny will tag. Stokes' throw will be cut off. And again, Richmond scores the first run of the ball game for the 5th time in this series as they get a first inning run on the sacrifice fly by Andy Thomas.
Left fielder number 18, Carter Williams.
37th RBI of the season for Andy Thomas. But now Phillips is in a position to try to work out of this with 2 outs and a runner at second base and Carter Williams at the plate. Williams at just 227 on the season and after a 1 for 11 so far in this series. Phillips' first pitch to him. Misses low and away for a ball. Tyler Phillips, a native of Lumberton, New Jersey, pitched it at Bishop Eustace High School in Pennsauken, New Jersey, where he was drafted by the Texas Rangers out of high school in 2015. 1-0 pitch as he takes a look back at Brown at second, comes outside with the second, and now it's 2-0 to Carter Williams. Williams, one of 4 left-handers that Phillips will face today. Hayden Cantrell being one of them. He is a switch hitter, would bat left-handed against Phillips. 2-0 now for Phillips as he comes with the pitch. It's lined into center field, falling fast, and will find green grass. Brown will come around third to throw home, will go to the catcher, and then the throw down to second is not in time. That's a mistake on the part of Madison Stokes. It allows the hitter, Carter Williams, to also move into scoring position as Richmond now has taken a 2-0 lead. Single and an RBI for Carter Williams. His 17th RBI of the season as Brown scores to make it 2-0. And again, the throw home by Stokes made it all the way to the catcher, Cody Roberts, and that allowed Carter Williams to move up to second base on the throw. So he now is at second with 2 outs, and that brings up Jimmy Glowacki. First pitch from Phillips is over for the curveball for a strike. Glowacki at 173 on the season, but is 2 for 12 in this series, including hitting a 2-run home run. Phillips again from the stretch. This one lifted foul and out of play over the first base side. So he gets ahead of Glowacki, no balls and 2 strikes. Manager Dennis Pelfrey coaches at third for Richmond. Lipso Nava coaches at first. 0-2 pitch is lined into left field and it's falling fast. Stokes will pick it up on a hop. They send the runner Williams, but this time it's cut off by Nick Podkul, but it's a 3-0 lead now for Richmond. RBI number 5 on the season for Glowacki. 4th hit of this inning for Richmond. As Carter Williams comes across with the 3rd run. This time they keep Glowacki at first. And again, that's that mistake that was made on the throw home and allowing Carter Williams to move up to second base. That doesn't happen. You hit the cutoff man. You keep Carter Williams at first base. Now it's first and second and 2 outs, and it's a 2-0 game. Instead, it's a 3-0 game and a man at first base and 2 outs. It might seem somewhat inconsequential at the time, but Richmond makes it pay for them and makes it hurt that much more for the Fightins, who now trail 3-0. A man on first and 2 outs for Hayden Cantrell. Cantrell 3 hits in this series, 3 for 11, batting average at .218 as he stands in. Goenke takes his lead off of first. The first pitch from Tyler Phillips over for a called strike. Second pitch, outside corner, and a good one at a 96 on the radar gun for Tyler Phillips. The fastball for a strike. It's 0-2. Goenke chokes up on the bat. Switch hitting. Middle infielder playing at third tonight. Tries to check his swing here, but he went around, and that will do it for Richmond in the top half of the first. But the Squirrels with damage. They put 3 runs across. They do it on 4 hits. There were no errors, and 1 man left. The Fightins to the plate when we come back to America's Classic Ballpark. They're already in a hole. Richmond 3, Reading nothing.
Gear up for Fightin.
Saddle Auto Group deck is a great spot for all fans of summer picnic and great tailgate atmosphere. During your picnic, you may even catch a souvenir, as the area is situated directly in home run territory, behind the left field wall. Regular season tickets are just $32 per person for groups of 20 or more, and children 4 and under are free. Visit rfields.com/groups or call 610-370-BALL to reserve your group outing today.
Plus, throwback, black, R-Train, R-Fills attire.
The Louisiana Swamplands. Out here, you're either lunch or you're enjoying it. Make sure you end up on top with the all-powerful lineup of Kia SUVs, like the Telluride, Sportage, and Sorento, equipped with available all-wheel drive, higher ground clearance, and the interior capacity to bring everything you need, so you'll always remain more than a gator's length ahead. Visit your local Kia dealer today to find your next adventure in our ever-capable lineup of SUVs. Kia, movement that inspires.
Call 800-3334-KIA for details. Always drive safely.
Are you looking for a reliable food distributor to meet all your culinary needs? Look no further than our trusted team at Feasers Food Distributors. For over 120 years, our products have been sourced from the best farms and suppliers, ensuring that you get the best ingredients for your restaurant or organization. From fresh produce to premium meats, Feasers supplies everything but the appetite. Visit Feasers.com today to experience the difference in working with a top-tier, family-owned food distributor. Feasers, your partner for success in the kitchen. Looking for a fast and hassle-free way to get your snacks and non-perishable groceries? Look no further than FeasersDirect.com. Just a few clicks, discover the convenience of having your culinary essentials ready for a pickup at our headquarters in Harrisburg.
Welcome back to FirstEnergy Stadium. The Reading Fightin' Phils standing in here in the bottom half of the first inning. Madison Stokes will lead it off, and quickly in a hole. After fouling off the first pitch and then swinging at the second, he is immediately in an 0-2 hole. And misses inside as we give you our Golden Oaks Landscaping starting lineup for the Phils. Madison Stokes obviously leading off. Carlos De La Cruz will bat second. Johan Rojas bats third. Jalen Ortiz in the cleanup spot. Nick Podkol bats fifth. Casey Martin will bat sixth. Batting seventh is Barron Radcliffe. Cam Cannon bats eighth, and then Cody Roberts will bat ninth for the Fightins. As Stokes takes one outside, it's 2 strikes to Madison Stokes. And that one's up and in, and Stokes has now worked the count full after falling behind 0-2 as the Phils today face left-handed pitcher Carson Wisenhunt, making just his 4th start for Richmond, but there's a whole lot more behind that story we'll tell you as this one goes on. Stokes will foul this out of play. Wisenhunt, just 22 years of age. He is on the fast track in the San Francisco Giants organization, the number 4 prospect overall. He was drafted last year out of East Carolina, and he is in his 3rd step along the way in the Giants system here in Richmond as he misses inside and loses Stokes. So Madison Stokes gets on board. Good at bat by Stokes to draw the walk after falling behind, no balls and 2 strikes. Wisenhunt began the season at Single A San Jose, made 4 starts there, then got advanced to Eugene, the high Class A affiliate for San Francisco, made 6 starts in Eugene, a total of 39 innings pitched, 56 strikeouts to just 12 walks. And now this is 4th start in Richmond as he faces Carlos De La Cruz. De La Cruz takes the first pitch from the left-hander on the outside corner for a called strike. Wisenhunt, 6'3", 210-pounder. He has been selected, just like Mick Abel for the Phillies, has been selected for the Major League Baseball Futures All-Star game, so he'll be heading to Seattle next Saturday for that. As this one bounces in the dirt, Stokes will take off and move up to second base. So Madison Stokes, after the walk, moves up to second on the wild pitch. And that quickly, Carlos De La Cruz has a runner in scoring position. De La Cruz is 2 for 15 in this series. But he started to hit the ball a little bit better last night, including a line drive right at the center fielder, then Vaughn Brown last night. And then ended up getting a base hit in the ninth inning where the Phils got their lone run in the ninth. So it's 1 ball and 1 strike now to De La Cruz. This low, and it's 2-1. So patient at bats so far for the Phils, and now De La Cruz is ahead 2-1. Carter Williams is in left, Shane Matheny in center, Vaughn Brown in right field today for the Flying Squirrels. 2-1 pitch. And again, De La Cruz takes low. It's 3-1. The rest of the defense for Richmond, Robert Emery is at first. Jimmy Gowenke is at second. Simon Whiteman is at short. Hayden Cantrell is at third. Andy Thomas is behind the plate. 3 balls and 1 strike to Carlos De La Cruz. As Wisenhunt takes a look back at Stokes, and De La Cruz fouls this one out of play. It's 3-2. 94 on the radar gun for Wisenhunt. That's on the high side for him. He's basically in the 92 to 94 range on the fastball. It's his changeup that is regarded as a plus pitch for the young left-hander. 3 balls and 2 strikes. Up at the letters and a called strike 3 to De La Cruz. And Carlos De La Cruz has a word or 2, maybe even 3 for home plate umpire Gabe Alfonso as he heads back to the dugout. De La Cruz thought that pitch was up high, but instead it's a strikeout. And that's out number 1 here in the first. Gabe Alfonso calling the balls and strikes. Zdenek Zedek is at first. Jude Corey is at third as Johan Rojas steps in. Rojas 0 for 8 in the 2 games in this series. Has had the last 2 nights off. And hoping that the night off will get him back and refocused. In addition to being 0 for 8, also 4 strikeouts along the way for Johan Rojas. He takes the first pitch from Wisenhunt inside for a ball. Madison Stokes at second base, 1 out, bottom half of the first inning. Richmond put up 3 in the top half. Big swing and a foul tip for Rojas, and now it's 1 ball and 1 strike. Mentioned this in the pregame show if you didn't hear it. Last night, Reading struck out 17 times in total, facing 3 different pitchers for Richmond. And in this series, Flying Squirrels pitchers have struck out Reading batters 53, now make it 54 with De La Cruz's strikeout in the first inning. So over 12 strikeouts per game so far for the Fightins in this series. Rojas now in a 1-1 count. That misses just a bit low, and now it's 2-1. As I mentioned, Wisenhunt at his 3rd level in the Giants organization here in Richmond, called up to the Flying Squirrels on June 3rd. 2-1 pitch. And that misses again. Now it's 3-1. Looked like that was the curveball from Wisenhunt. Missed low and inside. Again, a 2nd-round pick last year out of East Carolina. In his first year in professional baseball. 3-1 pitch is way up high, and Rojas works a walk. So there's their second base runner. The Phils will bring the tying run to the plate here in the bottom half of the first in Jalen Ortiz. Blooper the Hound Dog doing a little work as the bad boy in today's game for the Reading Fightin' Phils. Today is bring your dog to the park. Saw a few dogs around the concourse earlier today. And why not, since the Phils are running hot dogs today on a Burke's Packing Sunday afternoon day. Visit now from pitching coach Paul Oseguera to the mound for Wisenhunt after he's walked 2 in this inning. And if you went into Phil's dugout and you talked to Carlos De La Cruz, he thought they walked 3. Because De La Cruz was called out on a called 3rd strike that he thought was ball 4. So Carson Wisenhunt has himself in a little bit of a pickle here early on as Jalen Ortiz steps in. Ortiz, since being demoted from Lehigh Valley, is hitting just 195 here in Reading. 11 for 41. 21 of those 41 at-bats have resulted in a strikeout for Ortiz. And swings and misses at that changeup. Way out in front. Good speed on the bases. Stokes at second, Rojas at first. Swing and a miss, strike two. And now Ortiz will call time and do a little readjusting of the batting gloves before he steps back in as Wisenhunt quickly gets ahead of him. No balls and 2 strikes. So Ortiz had one thing in mind as he stood up there for the first 2 pitches, and that was to tie this thing up with big hefty swings on his first 2 cuts. Checks his swing here, and they say he did not go around on the pitch up and away. That a curveball from Wisenhunt. It really didn't break a whole lot. It stayed up and away, so it's 1 ball and 2 strikes now to Ortiz. Strike 3, and Ortiz again goes down on strikes. That's the second strikeout in this inning now for Wisenhunt. 2 outs for Nick Podkul. Podkul 3 for 5 in the series, including a couple of walks. Batting average over 300 now at 303. 11 home runs, 33 RBIs, including the big 3-run home run in Thursday night's come from behind win. He swings at the first pitch and fouls it out of play. Podkul had the 3-run home run in Thursday night's 5-3 win. The bottom half of the 8th. Left-hander Wisenhunt from the stretch. Swing and a miss, strike 2. Swing and a miss, strike 3. And Podkul is retired as the Phils end up striking out the side here in the first, around a couple of walks for Reading in the first. No runs, no hits, 2 left, 1 complete in baseball town. It's Richmond 3, Reading nothing.
Empowering
communities.
Santa Ana Group Deck is a great spot for all fans of summer picnic and great tailgate atmosphere. During your picnic, you may even catch a souvenir. As the area is situated directly in home run territory, behind the left field wall. Regular season tickets are just $32 per person for groups of 20 or more, and children 4 and under are free. Visit rfields.com/groups or call 610-370-BALL to reserve your group outing today.
Throwback, black, R-Train, R-Fills attire.
The Louisiana Swamplands. Out here, you're either lunch or you're enjoying it. Make sure you end up on top with the all-powerful lineup of Kia SUVs, like the Telluride, Sportage, and Sorento, equipped with available all-wheel drive, higher ground clearance, and the interior capacity to bring everything you need, so you'll always remain more than a gator's length ahead. Visit your local Kia dealer today to find your next adventure in our ever-capable lineup of SUVs. Kia, movement that inspires.
Call 800-3334-KIA for details. Always drive safely.
Are you looking for a reliable food distributor to meet all your culinary needs? Look no further than our trusted team at Feasers Food Distributors. For over 120 years, our products have been sourced from the best farms and suppliers, ensuring that you get the best ingredients for your restaurant or organization. From fresh produce to premium meats, Feasers supplies everything on the appetite. Visit Feasers.com today to experience the difference in working with a top-tier family-owned food distributor. Feasers, your
at Sunday home games all season long at FirstEnergy Stadium.
To the top of the second we turn, and Robert Emery will lead things off for the Richmond Flying Squirrels, who put up a 3-spot in the first. Tyler Phillips starts Emery, the 8-hole hitter, with a called strike. Emery 0 for 4 in last night's game, the only game he's appeared in this series. This one he'll slap to the right side. Cam Cannon up with it on a hop. And on the second pitch of the second inning, Tyler Phillips has his first out recorded. That'll bring Simon Whiteman to the plate. Whiteman is 2 for 6 so far in this series. Established in 1928, the Manor Golf Club is one of the oldest public courses in eastern Pennsylvania, located conveniently between Philadelphia, Lancaster, and Allentown in Sinking Spring. The Manor Golf Club offers a true test of golf on a traditional championship-style golf course where shot making takes precedence over length. Visit themanorgolfclub.com for more information. Tyler Phillips misses on the first pitch to Whiteman outside for a ball. His second pitch is over for a called strike one. 1 ball and 1 strike now to the 9-hole hitter Simon Whiteman, the top of the order, and Shane Matheny in the on-deck circle for Richmond. Checks his swing and went around, so it's now 1-2 to Whiteman. Slow roller third base side, but it's foul. Whiteman staying alive in the count. Whiteman at 211 on the season, a couple home runs and 20 RBIs. Product of Yale University, Connecticut native. This one outside, and it's now 2 balls and 2 strikes. Whiteman last year split time between Eugene and Richmond. Spent this entire season so far with the Flying Squirrels. Hits this one in the hole between short and third for a base hit. And so another hit for Richmond, their 5th of the game. And Simon Whiteman, a leadoff, a 1-out base runner here in the second for the top of the order, and Shane Matheny. Matheny got the first inning started with a leadoff single. Came around to score the first of 3 runs for Richmond in the first. Left-hander settles in. And this pitch is way inside. Good stop by Cody Roberts to keep Whiteman at first. Matheny began the season at AAA Sacramento. Played 57 games at Sacramento before being sent down. Was hitting just .221 in Sacramento. Batting average up over .250 while he's here in Richmond. Pickoff attempt, and Whiteman dives back in. Matheny also gives them a lot of versatility. We saw him the first couple of games playing third base and played an excellent third base. He's played center field in today's game and played center field in one of the other games in this series. He's batting leadoff today. He's batted third as well for Richmond. 1-0 pitch is outside. It's 2-0. Simon Whiteman, the base runner at first. He's singled. Left-hand hitting Shane Matheny. 2-0 pitch, lifts it into left field. Madison Stokes will go back. It's still going back, all the way back to the warning track, and makes the catch for the second out. As I mentioned at the beginning of the ball game with our weather forecast from EPAW, breeze is blowing at about 10 to 12 miles an hour to left center field, and what looked like a routine fly ball for Madison Stokes took him all the way back to the warning track, but he made the catch for out number 2.
Yeah, that one had some good carry to it as well. And didn't really hit that hard off the bat, but he took a nice ride at the last second.
So I'll bring up Vaughn Brown, who doubled his first time up. His 7th hit of the series, and he rips this one to left field. Stokes took a step back, and now he'll cruise underneath it, and that will retire the side for Richmond in the second. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, and 1 left. At the bottom of the second, when we come back to America's Classic Ballpark, Richmond leads Reading 3-0.
Cornwall Manor is an active senior living community on a 190-acre wooded campus in Cornwall, Lebanon County. The community offers independence and opportunities for wellness and fitness, as well as educational and musical programs, and the peace of mind of having convenient health care on site. Cornwall Manor offers a range of residential choices from apartments to homes. Prospective residents are welcome to visit us for lunch and have a chance to learn more about the community. More information is available online at cornwallmanor.org. Cornwall Manor, celebrating 70 years of senior living.
Star City Boxing, located at 4760 Schuylkill Avenue in Reading, is a 501c3 non-profit boxing gym unlike any other. Our goal is not only to help you be fit, but to be the best outlet for our youth and community. We welcome anyone who wants to improve their way of life, be fit, and box competitively or non-competitively. We work with you to reach your goals in and out of the gym. Stop in and meet our stars today. Check us out and follow us on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter for upcoming events and happenings. And visit our website today at starcityboxing.org For more information on how to join, volunteer with our youth, or support our efforts in the community, Star City Boxing is a proud continued 2023 Our Phil's Fiesta Friday partner.
The Reading Fightin Phillies are proud to partner with Berks County Mental Health and Disabilities Program. Together, we are striking out the stigma in order to raise community awareness about mental illness and suicide prevention with 3 simple words. Are you okay? The help is to begin a conversation to show Berks County that we care. Suicide hurts and affects everyone, but help is here. We'll work together to help raise awareness about suicide and identify what we...
Welcome back to the bottom half of the second inning with the Reading Hot Dogs trail the Richmond Flying Squirrels 3-0. Casey Martin will lead it off for Reading. Facing left-handed pitcher Carson Wisenhunt. Martin fouls the first pitch back, right back towards the press box. That one had some meat on it and may have found its way inside the press box. Not in our box, but the hot dog man did. Crazy Hot Dog Vendor with a second straight day of reaching the press box in our radio booth. Congratulations, the Crazy Hot Dog Vendor is on a hot streak. Casey Martin fouls behind, no balls and 2 strikes. And fouls one off and stays alive.
Do I not get any credit for catching it 2 days in a row?
You did. Well, I wanted to give him credit for reaching it, and then I'll give you credit for catching it. You did get the splash down for the 5th time this season and for the first time on back-to-back days. Martin fouls that one off his foot to stay alive.
Might have put that in the game notes tomorrow. 5th splashdown of the season, and it's coming back-to-back days.
First time of back-to-back days. But we noticed it yesterday. I mean, whatever the Crazy Hot Dog Vendor did between the beginning of this series and the end of this series, the arm looked prime. He was firing on all cylinders. And back-to-back days, he reaches pay dirt in the radio booth. No balls and 2 strikes to Casey Martin. A swing and a miss, and Martin will end up having to run this one out as Andy Thomas will track it down and throw to first for the out. 4 outs so far recorded by left-hander Carson Wisenhunt, and they have all been strikeouts.
Yeah, Wisenhunt's looked really good so far. I mean, yes, he's issued the 2 walks, but has worked strikeouts around those walks. Not to be happy about there if you're the Richmond side.
Lone left-handed hitter in the Phil's lineup today, Barron Radcliffe, facing Wisenhunt, and not surprisingly, he starts him off with a curveball that misses low. Radcliffe at .246 on the season, just 1 for 9 so far in this series. Swing and a miss at the high fastball, and quickly it's 1 ball and 1 strike. Bounces that one up there as he again comes back with a curveball. So now it's 1 and 2 to Radcliffe. Radcliffe 6'4", 228. Great power. He's got power to left as well as to right. 2-1 pitch. Up high again, and it's 3-1. Whatever Paul Oseguera said to Carson Wisenhunt when he came out in that conference in the first inning worked pretty well. After he walked Johan Rojas the second walk, he came back out, he's thrown 3 straight strikeouts. And now he misses to Radcliffe. So Radcliffe works the 3rd walk. So it's been one or the other, strikeouts or walks so far from Carson Wisenhunt.
Yeah, like you said, it's the true way baseball is played nowadays. Home run, walk, strikeout. Yeah. It's been all walks and strikeouts so far.
The 8 guys behind Carson Wisenhunt have had nothing but time to watch. So they haven't had an opportunity as of yet as Cam Cannon stands in. Cannon gets his first start of the series, and he takes the first pitch from Wisenhunt that misses for a ball. Cannon starting at second base today, .244 batter on the season, a home run and 10 RBIs. Oliver Dunn, one of a couple of lefties getting the day off against the left-handed pitching Wisenhunt. Ethan Wilson also with a day off today for Reading. And he misses again low, and it's now 2-0. See how Cannon approaches this now after the walk to Radcliffe, and now 2 straight out of the zone. Way up high, and it's 3-0.
Gotta think it's red light all the way for Cam Cannon here against Carson Wisenhunt. Yeah, he's struck an out 4, but he's also walked 3 already so far.
Al Padrique, the manager for the Phils, at third base box. Ray Ricker at first base for Reading. 3 balls and no strikes to the hitter, Cam Cannon. And that's ball 4. So 2 walks in the first resulted in nothing for the Phils. They get the first 2 men on base by way of walks here in the second. And that'll bring up Cody Roberts. Need to make one of these pay off. As Roberts 3 for 10 on the series. Cody might be having the most productive offense of anybody so far in this series with his 3 for 10. Including a 2-run home run earlier this series. 3-0 Richmond, bottom half of the second. Pitch to Roberts, over for a called strike. The bottom half of the second inning, presented to you by Cornwall Manor, a unique and charming community nestled in a 190-acre wooded campus. Many walking trails, including the Lebanon County Rail Trail. No balls and a strike to Cody Roberts. That one's low, and it's 1-1.
Look, Wisenhunt is giving you free passes. He's putting guys on base. For an offense that struggled, it's a prime opportunity to try and snap out of it. All it takes is Wisenhunt just trying to groove one over or get me over, and you got to jump on it and take advantage.
Top of the order, and Madison Stokes in the on-deck circle. 1-1 pitch. Fouled out of play. So Cody Roberts now to 1-ball, 2-strike count. Baron Radcliffe, the runner at second. Cam Cannon, the runner at first. Outfield plays Roberts deep and left, shallow in center and right. And that's way inside, almost hit him.
I don't know how it didn't.
It's a good block by Andy Thomas. You're right. I thought for a second it stopped because it hit Cody Roberts' foot. But apparently it did not, and somehow it hit Andy Thomas's mitt and stayed put, and both runners had to stay put as well. So now it's 2-2 to Roberts. Lifts this one into right field. Vaughn Brown gives it a chase. It's in fair territory. He makes the catch. Radcliffe will tag up and bluff to make him throw it. And no chance for Radcliffe to move up, so that's out number 1 here in the second. Excuse me, out number 2 here in the second.
Took until the 9th batter of the second inning for Wisenhunt to have a plate appearance that results in something other than a strikeout or a walk. Still no hits for the Phils, but a guy in Stokes who is very much due right now has a chance of a couple of guys on base.
Walked his first time up, 0 for 6 in a series. Foul tipped at this one. Mattis has also struck out 5 times out of his 6 plate appearances in this series. I shouldn't say plate appearances, but 6 outs in this series. 5 of the 6 outs he's made have been by strikeouts. Swing and a miss. The off-speed pitch. A good curveball there by Wisenhunt. Stokes couldn't catch up to it. So quickly, Stokes is in an 0-2 hole. Lifts this one straight up into shallow right center field. Brown will call for it, and he'll make the catch for the third and final out. So again, the Phils cannot take advantage of any control issues for Carson Wisenhunt. At the end of the second inning, no runs, no hits, no errors, and again, 2 left on base, 2 complete. It remains Richmond 3, Reading nothing.
Cornwall Manor is an active senior living community on a 190-acre wooded campus in Cornwall, Lebanon County. The community offers independence and opportunities for wellness and fitness, as well as educational and musical programs, and the peace of mind of having convenient health care on site. Cornwall Manor offers a range of residential choices from apartments to homes. Prospective residents are welcome to visit us for lunch and have a chance to learn more about the community. More information is available online at cornwallmanor.org. Cornwall Manor, celebrating 70 years of senior living.
The Fightin Phils know who to call for trash and recycling services. A proven winner, JP Mascaro & Sons. The industry leader for over 50 years. Trust the familiar Mascaro Blue Elephant to provide dependable, quality service for your home or business. That's JP Mascaro & Sons, one of the top companies in its industry. Trash and recycling services for home, business, and industry. We are hiring and have open positions in Berks County. Check our website for open positions at jpmascaro.com or call 1-888-MASCARA. JP Mascaro and Sons, ready to serve you.
Every time you grab an ice-cold 20-ounce Pepsi, you'll find a Pepsi emoji on the side of the bottle. So while the Pepsi delivers this, the Pepsi emoji delivers this.
Ooh.
So go ahead, crack open a Pepsi and tell the world how you feel and what you love with Pepsi emojis. Say it with Pepsi.
Marco Luciano will lead it off for Richmond, and Tyler Phillips' first pitch misses outside. It's time for us to take a look at today's Phil's team leader. Brought to you by Cross Country Mortgage Loan Officer Johanna Arias. We'll turn to the pitching staff, where Brett Schultz has now become the Phil's first 4-game winner. He won the game that the Phils won earlier in this series. He also is tied for the team lead in saves with Tyler McKay with 4 as well. As Luciano tries to check his swing and is successful doing that, he's now ahead 2 balls and no strikes. That's today's Cross Country Mortgage Loan Officer, Johanna Arias. Contact her at 484-554-9969 or by email at johanna.arias@myccmortgage.com. 2-0 pitch to Marco Luciano is over for a called strike. Actually, it's a 3 balls and a strike to Luciano. A 3-hole hitter for Richmond, who popped up in the infield his first time up. And that one on the outside corner from Tyler Phillips is a called strike. And so now the count is full. This one tapped back through the middle. Casey Martin, the shortstop, has it, and the throw across in plenty of time for out number 1 here in the 3rd.
Talked to Al Padrique yesterday about just how fun it's been watching Casey Martin play short this year. Another tough play he makes look pretty routine. Also took a little off the throw, so didn't really get to see the full cannon on display there from Casey Martin.
Yeah, he's made all the plays. He had 1 error earlier in this series, and that's the only error he has made since his call-up. But he has had some tough chances as well, and he's made all of them. And we have seen a cannon from him at shortstop. The first pitch to Andy Thomas is up for a ball. The second is also at the letters this time for a strike. So it's 1 ball and 1 strike on the fastball from Tyler Phillips. Tyler working much quicker now when he gets himself locked in. He pretty much gets the ball back from his catcher, and he's ready to go. This is inside on the slider, however. Now it's 2-1, and Thomas says he's working too fast for me, so he calls timeout. That's when Tyler Phillips is at his best. When he is working quickly, he's got himself pretty well locked in. That's where he seems to be right now. 2-1 the count. And just misses outside. Cody Roberts holds on to that pitch for quite a while before tossing it back, and now it's 3-1. Roberts thought it was a strike. Thomas fouls this one back, so now the count is full at 3-2. If you're listening and you hear something in our crowd mic that sounds like a dog barking and you're thinking, what am I hearing? It's because today's bring your dog to the park day. That one's outside, ball 4. So first walk surrendered by Tyler Phillips is a 1-out base runner for Richmond here in the 3rd.
Yeah, Cody Roberts hopped up and was about to throw it down the 3rd, thinking that was strike 3, but that it's like outside corner of the plate against lefties. It's not being given today by our home plate umpire, Gabe Alfonso.
So that will bring up Carter Williams, who had an RBI single his first time up. And he swings at the first pitch and lines this one towards left. Madison Stokes back a couple of steps and just in front of the warning track will make the catch for out number 2 here in the 3rd. Been a busy day in left field so far for Madison Stokes, as Jimmy Glowinski will step to the plate. He too had an RBI single in the first, a 3-spot for Richmond in the first inning, the only runs in the game, with the Squirrels batting here in the top half of the 3rd. First pitch in the outside corner to Glowinski. Thomas takes his lead off of first. Not a threat to steal and not much of a lead at all. This one misses just a bit low as Phillips tried to get the slider over and missed.
There is also action in the Richmond bullpen. Ben Madison, who was just called up from High A Eugene, up and throwing for the Flying Squirrels.
Swing and a miss. Good breaking ball that time from Phillips, and Goenke missed it badly, and he's behind the 1 ball and 2 strikes. You look at this roster for Richmond, there's been a lot of fluctuation up and down on this roster. Not nearly as much on the Reading side of things, certainly in terms of the regular players versus the pitchers. This one hit off the knob of the bat of Goenke and foul, not a play. Tried to check his swing and actually hit the knob of his bat. Exception of Casey Martin, who came up from Jersey Shore, Jalen Ortiz, who came down from Lehigh Valley. Of the position players for the Fightins, it's pretty much been most throughout, with the exception of some injuries and guys like Barron Radcliffe. Runner takes off. Phillips will turn and throw, and now they've got him in a rundown. Andy Thomas just took off, and Tyler Phillips said, "You can't do that on me," and turns, and they get him in a rundown. And Andy Thomas is retired on a caught stealing to end the third. For Richmond, no runs, no hits, and ultimately none left. We head to the bottom of the third. It remains 3-0 Richmond on top.
Nursing home neglect is a serious problem. If you or a loved one has suffered from bed sores obtained in a nursing home or a fall down in a nursing home resulting in a fracture, our friends at Swartz-Culleton can help. Call the attorneys at Swartz-Culleton for a free consultation. Their phone number is 1-800-JUSTICE. That's 1-800-587-8423. Once again, call 1-800-JUSTICE today. Swartz-Culleton is a proud sponsor of the Reading Fightin' Phils.
Humane Pennsylvania is an innovative national leader in animal welfare with adoption centers, accredited nonprofit veterinarian hospitals, emergency animal rescue services, community pet assistance programs, and a free community dog park. At HPA, we are passionate about going the extra base to keep your pets healthy and happy at home with you. With a variety of services and different ways and times to access them and variable pricing, Humane Pennsylvania is here to provide your pets with exceptional care, how, when, and where they need it. Visit humanepa.org for more information.
The Enersys Power Alley Pub features a 2.5-hour all-you-can-eat buffet, private bar with bartender, 2 rows of seats, bar stool seating, and 4 cafe tables. The pub provides your party a private area to enjoy the ball game away from other fans. The Enersys Power Alley Pub may accommodate groups of 40 to 60 people. Enjoy socializing with your group and watch the game with a unique vantage point.
Bottom half of the third inning here at FirstEnergy Stadium. If you've been injured at work, call the attorneys at Swartz-Culleton. Call 1-800-JUSTICE today. Fightin' Phils trail the Richmond Flying Squirrels 3-0. Carlos De La Cruz will lead it off for Reading here in the third, facing Carson Wisenhunt. First pitch from Wisenhunt, curveball to De La Cruz. It catches the inside corner for a called strike one. De La Cruz, a strikeout victim his first time up, and takes this one inside, and it's now 1-1. The skies have opened up here at FirstEnergy Stadium. Some showers beginning to fall. Fans starting to scatter for some cover. 1-1 pitch, fouled. That went off the mask of Andy Thomas, and that ended up into the stands. Did I see that right? Did that hit off his mask and
That's
up
what
in
it
the
looked
stands?
like. Looked like there was some sort of a ricochet.
That was bizarre. Thomas is fine. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Tap foul and off the foot of De La Cruz as he stays alive. Wisenhunt, 4 walks, 4 strikeouts. Phils have had 2 men on by way of walks in both the first and second, have not been able to take advantage of it. Still looking for their first hit. Yohan Rojas, Jalen Ortiz, that's what's due up for the Phils here in the third. That one low again, and it's 2 balls and 2 strikes now to De La Cruz. Al Padrique talking to us in the pregame show yesterday about De La Cruz and some of the scuffles he's had of late. It's the first time that Carlos really scuffled at all throughout this season. Saying that he's just been chasing some pitches down low, so good to see him lay off those low pitches right now. 2-2 pitch. That's this one fouled out of play. Was going to try to get the fastball by him and could not. De La Cruz stays alive at 2-2. And there's the breaking ball. He tries to get him a chase. He does not. They appeal, and first base umpire Zdenek Zedek says he did not go around. So De La Cruz now has the count full. Up high, ball 4. De La Cruz, the exact same situation the first time around, got called for a strike and had that look on his face like he could call that one a strike too, but it was ball 4. So there's walk number 5 and a leadoff base runner in the third.
Dennis Pelfrey is out, so it looks like Carson Wisenhunt's evening is coming to an end.
So Wisenhunt is done. 5 walks, 4 strikeouts, and nobody out in the third inning. So the Alvernia University Golden Wolves call to the bullpen. We'll tell you about the new man coming in for Richmond when we come back after this.
Nursing home neglect is a serious problem. If you or a loved one has suffered from bed sores obtained in a nursing home or a fall down in a nursing home resulting in a fracture, our friends at Swartz-Culleton can help. Call the attorneys at Swartz-Culleton for a free consultation. Their phone number is 1-800-JUSTICE. That's 1-800-587-8423. Once again, call 1-800-JUSTICE today. Swartz-Culleton is a proud sponsor of the Reading Fightin' Phils.
Are you looking for a reliable food distributor to meet all your culinary needs? Look no further than our trusted team at Feasers Food Distributors. For over 120 years, our products have been sourced from the best farms and suppliers, ensuring that you get the best ingredients for your restaurant or organization. From fresh produce to premium meats, Feasers supplies everything but the appetite. Visit Feasers.com today to experience the difference in working with a top-tier, family-owned food distributor. Feasers, your partner for success in the kitchen. Looking for a fast and hassle-free way to get your snacks and non-perishable groceries? Look no further than FeasersDirect.com. In just a few clicks, discover the convenience of having your culinary essentials ready for a pickup at our headquarters in Harrisburg.
The Reading Fightin' Phils are pleased to present you with their classic game program, all electronically. This program has information on the coaching staff, player roster, and front office staff. It also includes feature stories and alumni reports on all of your favorite guys who spent time in baseball town. Visit ourphils.com/programs to check it out.
So the new arm that we were referring to is right-hander Ben Madison, making his Richmond Flying Squirrels debut. Just called up at the beginning of this series from High A Eugene. And he comes into a man-on-first, no-out situation. Richmond on top 3-0. Johan Rojas bats. Carlos de la Cruz, who walked at first base. Rojas walked his first time up. Rojas shows bunt, tried to drop that one down for a bunt base hit, missed and bunted through it for a strike.
Well, you got to their bullpen a lot earlier than you have been all week. So see if this can finally be a situation in which they break through.
Ben Madison, 6'4", 225-pound right-hander from the stretch. And the pitch over for a called strike with 95 on the radar gun. Rojas didn't think it was a strike. So no balls and 2 strikes, and Rojas will call time.
Ben Madison making his Double-A debut. In terms of the entire Giants minor league farm system, he is 8th in strikeouts with 62.
No balls and 2 strikes now on Rojas. Tap towards the middle. Shortstop Whiteman to second for 1. The relay is in time. Rojas pumped out on the double play, goes 6-4-3 on the double play, and that quickly 2 outs, nobody on.
Yeah, just one of those balls that's bad luck. Tailor-made double play ball. And nice job by Whiteman and Glewenke for a quick turn.
So that will bring up Jalen Ortiz now with nobody on base. Ortiz a strikeout victim his first time up. 8th time that Ortiz has struck out in this series. 2 for 15 in total in the series. First pitch to him is low for a ball. Rain continues to fall here at FirstEnergy Stadium. It looks to be a passing shower. 1-0 to Ortiz. Fouls this one out of play. 1 ball, 1 strike. To the right-handed hitting Jalen Ortiz. Ortiz last year in Reading hit 17 home runs. Hits this one into straightaway center field. Matheny will drift back and has plenty of room, and he'll make the catch, and that will do it for the Phils in the third. No runs, still no hits, no errors, and none left. 3 complete. It is Richmond 3, Reading nothing.
Nursing home neglect is a serious problem. If you or a loved one has suffered from bed sores obtained in a nursing home or a fall down in a nursing home resulting in a fracture, our friends at Swartz-Culleton can help. Call the attorneys at Swartz-Culleton for a free consultation. Their phone number is 1-800-JUSTICE. That's 1-800-587-8423. Once again, call 1-800-JUSTICE today. Swartz-Culleton is a proud sponsor of the Reading Fightin' Phils.
Are you looking for a reliable food distributor to meet all your culinary needs? Look no further than our trusted team at Feasers Food Distributors. For over 120 years, our products have been sourced from the best farms and suppliers, ensuring that you get the best ingredients for your restaurant or organization. From fresh produce to premium meats, Feasers supplies everything but the appetite. Visit Feasers.com today to experience the difference in working with a top-tier, family-owned food distributor. Feasers, your partner for success in the kitchen. Looking for a fast and hassle-free way to get your snacks and non-perishable groceries? Look no further than FeasersDirect.com. With just a few clicks, discover the convenience of having your culinary essentials ready for a pickup at our headquarters in Harrisburg.
The Reading Fightin' Phils are pleased to present you with their classic game program, all electronically. This program has information on the coaching staff, player roster, and front office staff. It also includes feature stories and alumni reports on all of your favorite guys who spent time in baseball town. Visit ourphils.com/programs to check it out.
Welcome back to America's Classic Ballpark, where, as we said, in the bottom half of the third inning, the skies had opened up and the skies continue to pour rain down as the pace of the rain has picked up a little bit. And Dirk Douglas and his crew have decided it's time to put the tarp on after a conversation with the umpiring crew. The tarp is coming on the field, so there will be a rain delay on this 4th of July holiday weekend. The Reading Fightin' Phils, Richmond Flying Squirrels in a 3-0 game. Richmond 3 runs on 5 hits, and they have left 2 on base. Reading no runs, no hits. They left 4 men on base. And right now it is a 3-0 game. Richmond on top of Reading. And we are going to be headed our way to a rain delay. So we'll take a timeout on the Reading Fightin' Phils radio network. We'll be back when the game resumes. Welcome back to FirstEnergy Stadium after about a 18-minute rain delay. Actually, 28-minute rain delay, just shy of a half hour. The Reading Fightin Phils and the Richmond Flying Squirrels are about to resume. Skies open up. Game is stopped at about 6:13, and we're at 6:41 Eastern Standard Time. And the Fightin Phils and the Richmond Flying Squirrels are ready to resume play. Top half of the fourth inning, Richmond put 3 runs up in the first inning on 4 hits. Single by Shane Matheny, a double by Vaughn Brown, a sacrifice fly by Andy Thomas to make it 1-0. An RBI single from Carter Williams and an RBI single from Jimmy Gwenke, and it made it 3-0. Phils without a hit so far in this game, and they have had 5 base runners by way of walks. You are updated from what's going on for the first 3 innings. We're ready to start the 4th inning. Tyler Phillips is back out there for Reading to resume his warm-up tosses. And I'll toss things over now to my play-by-play partner. Jake Starr will take over in the 4th.
Thank you very much, Bob. Like you said, it's the top half of the 4th inning. 3-0, Richmond has the lead. They have 3 runs on 5 hits, no errors. Reading, no runs, no hits, no errors. But the Fightin Phils certainly have had themselves a plethora of base runners. 5 walks issued by Carson Wisenhunt, who got the start today for Richmond, but lasted just 2+ innings. No runs, no hits, 5 walks, 4 strikeouts. Wisenhunt, a very highly regarded prospect in this Giants organization, number 4 ranked. He will join Mick Abel and also Justin Crawford of Clearwater at the All-Star Futures Games in 6 days in Seattle. But his day is done. Phillips' day remains on after about a 35-minute sit-down. Came back, had a quick warm-up, and looks about ready to get going. But first, there will be just some raking of the bullpens. Reading's bullpen was raked off now. They will rake the Richmond bullpen down the left field line. And that's a shout out, of course, to the wonderful grounds crew here at FirstEnergy Stadium, led by, of course, Dan Dirt Douglas and his assistant, Tyler Vogel. Now Al Padrique's out, arguing something with our home plate umpire.
I can tell you exactly what he's arguing about. And that is that he's got Tyler Phillips warmed up and ready to go, and now you're going to delay him a little further. His contention is it's in the bullpen, and they can go. And so that's what Al Padrique is upset about, the fact that Tyler Phillips had to warm up and get ready to go, and now the umpires are delaying the start of this game, and Tyler Phillips is standing around waiting to get started.
Still working on the Reading bullpen, but we will play Phillips, and now time is called because they're still working on the Reading bullpen, which I don't understand why play needs to be stopped.
That's what Al
It's no
Padrique is
different
arguing
than
about.
a pitcher warming up.
Correct.
Brad Bergeson on the top step of the dugout basically saying, why are we stopping play?
That's what Al Padrique is arguing about. The bullpens are in foul territory. There's no reason to continue the delay.
To Jimmy Gwenke is down low for a ball. It was a 34-minute delay in total. It felt a lot longer, but just 34 minutes. Around 6:10 we stopped. Now it's 6:44. The next pitch home. Skied in the air towards shallow left, drifting towards the line. Podkul, the third baseman, goes over. Caught off by the shortstop Martin. He'll make the catch right on the left field line in shallow left field for out number 1.
So this is the concern now, is to see where Tyler Phillips is after that delay. Again, 34 minutes. You would like to think that could be a long offensive inning for the Phils. We haven't had one of those for a while, but Tyler Phillips is still under 50 pitches, 48 pitches now. He's got 1 out here in the 4th.
Next batter is Hayden Cantrell. First pitch is a breaking pitch that drops in for a called strike. It snowballs and a strike to Cantrell. Phillips, who gets the ball back and is ready, fires home. And the next pitch is down for a ball, 1-1.
And the point of all of that is that Phillips, after that first inning, really settled down for inning number 2 and 3. So hopefully he can pick it back up.
So we pitch number 52 tonight for Tyler Phillips. It swung on and missed on a fastball inside 1-2. He's kept the pitch count down and efficient. Of course, the challenge is how does he respond after the 34-minute rain delay. Here's the 1-2. Misses just down for a ball, 2-2. And of course, a little bit longer than 34 minutes for Tyler Phillips because Reading hit in the bottom half of the 3rd inning. So probably closer to 40, 45 minutes. The next pitch, right down the chute for a called strike 3. Another strikeout for Tyler Phillips, his 2nd tonight. and that'll bring Robert Emery to the plate, the 8-man, with 2 outs in the 4th.
First baseman Robert Emery.
Emery will step in 0 for 1 tonight. 2 outs here in the top of the 4th. Reading trails 3-0. Phillips fires home. It's a curveball in there for a called strike, 0-1. Phillips, as he does when he's in a groove, wastes little time. Here's the next pitch. It's down for a ball, 1-1. Phillips, the last couple of pitches, has been getting it off with about 10 seconds left on the pitch clock. This time will be with 9 seconds left as he fires home. And he drops one in on the outside corner for a called strike, 1-2. Well, early returns are the rain delay didn't affect Tyler Phillips too much. Here's the 1-2 home. That's a curveball slapped the other way, foul on the ground. Then it'll be 1 ball and 2 strikes still.
Yeah, let's hope the effect was on the Richmond side of things because their pitching has been dominant in this series. There is a left-hander right now warming up in the Flying Squirrels bullpen.
1-2. Just misses outside for a ball. 2 balls and 2 strikes to Robert Emery, who's 0 for 1 tonight.
Raymond Burgess, who is warming up in the bullpen.
2-2 on the outside corner, a called strike 3. So Tyler Phillips, a little bit of a delay, no problem for him. He sends Richmond down in order for the 2nd consecutive inning. No runs, no hits, nobody left. We'll go to the bottom of the 4th. Flying Squirrels up 3-0 on the Phillies Radio Network.
The Louisiana Swamplands. Out here, you're either lunch or you're enjoying it. Make sure you end up on top with the all-powerful lineup of Kia SUVs, like the Telluride, Sportage, and Sorento, equipped with available all-wheel drive, higher ground clearance, and the interior capacity to bring everything you need, so you'll always remain more than a gator's length ahead. Visit your local Kia dealer today to find your next adventure in our ever-capable lineup of SUVs. Kia, movement that inspires.
Call 800-3334-KIA for details. Always drive safely.
When the Reading Fightin' Phils get hungry, we turn to our team feed partners. Special thanks to Chick-fil-A, Pizza Como USA, Railroad House, Why Missing Restaurant and Bakery, Jersey Mike's Subs, Mimo's Italian Restaurant and Bakery, Subway, and Clean Eats for making sure the Fightin' Phils front office is never hungry on game day. Our staff enjoys delicious meals from our team feed partners. Don't take our word for it. Find out for yourself today.
The award-winning Reading Hospital Tower Health Pool Party provides an unforgettable night out with family and friends. Enjoy a baseball game while swimming in the 87-degree heated pool directly behind the right field home run wall. Plus 2.5 hours of all-you-can-eat buffet, photos, and autographs with the crazy hot dog vendor and the Fightin' Phils mascot band. Regular season tickets start at $33 per person for groups of 20 or more. Give us a call today at 610-370-BALL. Bottom half of the 4th inning, it is a new arm in for the Richmond Flying Squirrels. It is Raymond Burgess, who's making his 21st appearance of the year. 3-2 with a 3.08 ERA. As he'll face Nick Podkol, 5, 6, 7 of this Phillies lineup. As Reading trails 3-0. Burgess is the 3rd arm used today by Richmond. And Reading, you just hope that they can find a way to get to this bullpen of Richmond. They've struggled against the starting pitching. Carson Wisenhunt only went 2 tonight. Ben Madison went 1. Gave up no runs, no hits, no walks, no strikeouts. As Burgess gets set to fire to Nick Podkol. The first pitch is swung on and missed for a called strike. It's 0-1.
Say that they have struggled against Richmond's pitching. Now, the good news for Reading is they haven't pitched a whole lot of innings, and that's part of what Richmond is doing with their starters.
0-1. Podkol takes just inside for a ball, 1 ball and 1 strike.
So with the 2 innings of hitless baseball that Carson Wisenhunt threw tonight, starting pitching for Richmond in the series, 18 1/3 innings, 4 hits and 2 runs.
1-1. Podkol fans over an off-speed pitch. It's 1-2.
And those 4 hits and 2 runs all came against Carson Seymour in Game 2 of this series. The other 3 starters have gone hitless in terms of throwing to the Phils pitchers.
26 1/3 innings for Burgess this year. Fires the 1-2. Outside for a ball, 2-2. He's allowed 23 hits, 15 walks. Struck out 27. Opponents are hitting .235 against Raymond Burgess so far this season. 2-2. And Podkol takes a curveball in the outside corner for a called strike 3. That's the first strikeout for Burgess, and it'll bring Casey Martin to the plate.
Shortstop Casey Martin.
Martin will step in. He's 0 for 1 tonight. Struck out back in the second against Carson Wisenhunt. This will be the first time he sees Burgess tonight as Martin digs in from the right side. First pitch, down the chute for a caught strike, 0-1. Martin, a .241 hitter. Quiet series so far, just 1 for 15. After a red-hot week last week at Portland, the 0-1 is outside 1-1. Martin was 8 for 19. Double, triple, 5-run score, 5 RBI at the Sea Dogs last week. 1-1. Martin takes down low. It's 2-1. Casey Martin was called up to the R-Phils a few weeks back. Does have a home run, 9 RBI. The home run did come in his first series with the Fightin' Phils. 2-1. Skies a foul to the right side. It'll drift out of play. 2 balls and 2 strikes.
The wind that was blowing out to left field before the rains came. Right now, the American flag is pretty much still in left center field.
2-2. Martin will slap it on the ground towards third. Contrell fields it at about high hop. And he'll fire across the first in time for out number 2. 5-3 goes to put out. That'll bring Barron Radcliffe to the plate with 2 outs in the bottom half of the 4th. Reading yet to have a hit tonight. They have walked 5 times. All came against Carson Wisenhunt, the starter tonight for Richmond. Reading also trails 3-0. First pitch from Radcliffe is in there for a called strike to the lefty. It's 0-1.
In addition to the good pitching that Richmond has provided so far, they have only committed 1 error in this series, so they've had good defense as well.
0-1. Down the chute for a called strike. It's 0-2. Radcliffe gets the start tonight in right. Was inserted into the game in the left field last night after Matthew Kroon exited. Here's the 0-2. That's a breaking pitch just down low. It's 1-2. Matthew Kroon is going to be day-to-day. Will avoid an IL stint after a hard collision with Carlos De La Cruz last night. Everything post-game checked out. 1-2. Radcliffe gets it off the end of the bat. Shallow center on a fly ball. Matheny to his right coast in the left center gap. And he'll make the catch to retire the side in the 4th. 3 up, 3 down, go to the Fightin' Phils. We'll go to the 5th. Richmond up 3-0 here on the R-Phils Radio Network.
Join us as we celebrate Reading's Spanish and Latino culture during 12 Friday home games this season. The Savage 61 Fiesta Fridays presented by Tito's Handmade Vodka, High Noon Sun Sips, Catay Law Offices, Suburban Brewing Company, Carl's Cards and Collectibles, Humane Pennsylvania, Star City Boxing, Apis Services, Supportive Concepts, and Affordable Home Care. Fiesta Friday features special Los Luchadores de Reading uniforms, Hispanic and Latino food and music, and other culture elements throughout the ballpark. Get your tickets now by calling 610-370-BALL, online at rphils.com or at the Customers Bank ticket office. To honor the 275th anniversary of Reading, the R-Phils will play as the Reading Keystones on Thursdays and select Tuesdays in 2023. Tuesdays are brought to you by Coatesville VA Medical Center. Join us for 11 Keystone Throwback Thursdays thanks to Burke's Career and Technology Center, H&F Heating and Cooling, and Rip It Baseball Town Charities batting cages. Come celebrate the 275th anniversary of Reading and enjoy some great baseball on Throwback Thursdays in 2023. Get your tickets now by calling 610-370-BALL, online at rphils.com or at the Customers Bank ticket office.
Top half of the 5th inning, Richmond a 3-0 lead. It's all come thanks to 3 runs in the top half of the 1st inning. Since then, Tyler Phillips has been in control for the most part. He's faced just 1 above the minimum the last 3 frames. And he, like he always is, ready to go as soon as Whiteman steps into the box, and the first pitch home is swung on and sliced foul out of play to the right side. Simon Whiteman is 1 for 1 today, singled in the 2nd. Was eventually stranded on first, the 0-1. That's a curveball, drops in for a called strike, 0-2. Tyler Phillips also efficient tonight. Just 62 pitches. Next pitch home is just outside for a ball. 1 ball and 2 strikes. 91, the season high for Phillips. That came last Tuesday at Portland. The 1-2. Swing and a miss. And a ball in the dirt. Cody Roberts will touch him up. So it's the 4th strikeout tonight for Tyler Phillips, the 3rd consecutive for the South Jersey native, and it'll swing things back to the top of the lineup to Shane Matheny, the leadoff man, who's 1 for 2 tonight.
Tyler's just such a guy who's so contented right now being in the Phillies organization, being here in Reading, being closer to home after spending a couple years in the Texas Rangers organization.
Matheny swings over the first pitch, 0-1.
Claimed off waivers in 2021 by the Phillies, and really happy to be back with his hometown team.
Next pitch. It's a fastball, a bit upstairs for a ball, 1-1.
Also had a lot of very complimentary things to say about the Phillies' rehab process through his arm injury.
Next pitch, swing and a miss, 1 ball and 2 strikes. I feel like everybody we've talked to that's gone through an injury, whether it be this year or previously, has had nothing but excellent things to say about the rehab process and the Phillies organization. And that's on both the physical and the mental side. The Phillies do an excellent job of kind of attacking both aspects of the rehab process. 1-2 is grounded foul. It's 1-2 again. Matheny 1 for 2 tonight. He singled and flew out the left. Next pitch to him is a fly ball towards left. Stokes comes in, dives, and makes the catch. What a catch from Madison Stokes for the 2nd out of the inning.
That is just a great play by Madison Stokes. It was just hanging in the air, but it was sinking, and it was one of those plays where do I or don't I as an outfielder, and he made the decision, and he came up gold. That was a great diving catch, take a base hit away by Madison Stokes.
Vaughn Brown, the batter. First pitch to him is down low for a ball. 1-0 to Brown, who's 1 for 2 so far tonight. Next pitch from Phillips is hit upstairs with a fastball, 2-0. Brown doubled and scored a run in the first. Flew out the left his next time up. 2-0. That one is to be just down to the fastball. 3 balls and no strikes to Vaughn Brown. Brown has hits in his last 7 games, dating back to June the 22nd. Next pitch to him, a fastball on the outside corner, 3-1. Over that 7-game hit streak, he's hitting .375 with 3 home runs. Next pitch is a slider that backs up in for a called strike, 3-2, and Phillips has worked his way back as Vaughn Brown will ask for and be granted time by home plate umpire Gabe Alfonso. Phillips ready, here's the 3-2. That swung on, hit straight back foul. The count will stay full. Up to 75 pitches for Tyler Phillips. Here's number 76 on the 3-2. A curveball in there for a called strike 3. 5th strikeout tonight for Tyler Phillips. He sends Richmond up in order, and we will go to the bottom of the 5th. 3-0 Flying Squirrels. Back after this on the Phillies Radio Network.
For top flight local jobs, go with who you know. JP Mascaro & Sons are a leading waste removal company. To meet today's employment and service demands, Mascaro is upgrading its already highly competitive employee wage and benefit package for drivers, collection crew helpers, and other positions. Call 888-MASCARO, M-A-S-C-A-R-O, for details. Work for an established local family business committed to its employees. Again, call 888-MASCARO today or apply online at www.jpmascaro.com.
Cornwall Manor is an active senior living community on a 190-acre wooded campus in Cornwall, Lebanon County. The community offers independence and opportunities for wellness and fitness, as well as educational and musical programs and the peace of mind of having convenient health care on site. Cornwall Manor offers a range of residential choices from apartments to homes. Prospective residents are welcome to visit us for lunch and have a chance to learn more about the community. More information is available online at cornwallmanor.org. Cornwall Manor, celebrating 70 years of senior living.
ROG Orthodontics is the proud official partner of the ROG Orthodontics Fightin Phil's Kids Club. Join today at Fightins.com to get your free ROG Orthodontics Kids Club t-shirt and visit FantasticSmiles.com for more information on why ROG Orthodontics is voted #1 in Berks and Monco. ROG Orthodontics and the Fightin' Phils, 2 great hometown partners.
Bottom half of the 5th inning, 3-0. Richmond has the lead. Flying Squirrels scored 3 in the first, and they have been quieted ever since. Cam Cannon leads off against Raymond Burgess. The lefty will fire home to the righty, and Cannon will take it outside for a ball. It's 1-0. Burgess out for inning number 2 of work. Sent Reading down in order in the first inning he threw, back in the 4th. 1-0. And Cannon will dribble it foul down the left field line. It's 1-1. Cam Cannon gets a start today at second base. Oliver Dunn the night off with the original starter Carson Wisenhunt being a lefty. Al Padrique, just one lefty in his lineup tonight. That's Baron Radcliffe. 1-1. Outside corner for a call. Strike of the curveball. It's 1-2. Burgess ready. He's at the belt. Here's the pitch. Cannon skies it in the air. Third base side, foul territory. Off the Damascus Thomas. In comes Contrell, and he will reach over his back and make the catch just next to the on-deck circle. And the tarp will now come on the field as the skies have opened up again. So it's a P5, and we will head to another rain delay. Stay tuned to us on social media at Reading Fightins on Twitter or on Facebook at Reading Fightin' Phils for updates on when the play will resume tonight. So it is the bottom of the 5th inning. 3-0 Richmond leads with 1 out. Back after this delay on the Our Phils Radio Network. Well, we are back again. Bottom half of the 5th inning. It's a 3-0 ball game. Richmond has the lead. There is 1 out of the inning as Cody Roberts will step into the right-handed batter's box against Raymond Burgess, who was on the mound when this game went to a rain delay and will remain in it. First pitch home is in there for a called strike. 0-1 to Cody Roberts. So the first rain delay was 34 minutes. The second one was 32. Next pitch to Cody Roberts down low for a ball. We had the math during the delay. It's only been about an hour and 6 minutes of actual gameplay today, and another hour and 6 minutes of rain delay time. Next pitch is outside for a ball. It is 2 balls and 1 strike. Roberts is 0 for 1 tonight. Fly out the right his first time up, back in the second. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss, 2-2 as Burgess went to the off speed. Cody Roberts gets the start at catcher. He's played the bulk share behind the plate this last week as Max McDowell is on the 7-day injury list. Should come off likely any day now. Max McDowell should. Here's the 2-2. Roberts will shoot it foul, and the count stays even.
Christian Hernandez throwing into Phil's bullpen, so we expect that we will see him when Richmond bats in the top of the 6th. Tyler Phillips' day, no doubt, is done after the 2 rain delays.
2-2. Skied in the air towards shallow right. Glowacki, the second baseman, goes back. He'll make the call on the catch for out number 2 in the inning, and that'll bring Madison Stokes to the plate, the leadoff man for the Fightin' Phils in this 5th inning. Stokes will step in. He's 0 for 1 tonight, a walk and a fly out. You could probably argue that if there wasn't a second rain delay, we may have seen Phillips for the 6th. Pitch count for Tyler Phillips is 78. So
yeah, after that first inning, he was really cruising. It got better as the innings went on.
First pitch to Stokes is pounded foul. It's 0-1. Stokes, 256 on the season, has 4 home runs, 18 RBI. Bats with nobody on base in this bottom half of the 5th inning. Burgess steals. Drops the slider in for a called strike. It's 0-2.
So giving up the 4 hits and the 3 runs in the first inning, Tyler Phillips gave up just 1 more hit and 1 more walk the rest of the way. He pitched really well after that first.
0-2. Stokes will shoot one on the ground right side. Gowenke, the second baseman, goes towards his right. He'll field it and fire to first in time. And that will retire the side in the 5th. 8 in a row retired by Flying Squirrels pitching. We'll now go to the 6th. 3-0 Flying Squirrels on the Our Phils Radio Network.
Cornwall Manor is an active senior living community on a 190-acre wooded campus in Cornwall, Lebanon County. The community offers independence and opportunities for wellness and fitness, as well as educational and musical programs, and the peace of mind of having convenient health care on site. Cornwall Manor offers a range of residential choices from apartments to homes. Prospective residents are welcome to visit us for lunch and have a chance to learn more about the community. More information is available online at cornwallmanor.org. Cornwall Manor, celebrating 70 years of senior living.
Our Phils fans can continue to expect great performances all season long on the Burke's Commercial Roofing stage. It's the home of great local talent, including the Our Phils mascot band. Burke's Commercial Roofing prides itself on being a locally owned and operated company that puts an emphasis on customer service. They provide free on-site estimates and can handle any size repair, restoration, or replacement. Visit burkscommercialroofing.com or call 610-717-3949 for more information. And don't forget to sit back, relax, and enjoy the show at the Burke's Commercial Roofing stage at America's Classic Ballpark.
To enjoy a perfectly crafted 1893 from the makers of Pepsi Cola, you must first appreciate its carefully selected ingredients. A dash of cola nut extract, a hint of real sugar, a splash of sparkling water, and a generous amount of attractive spokesperson. Trust me, I'm gorgeous. Cheers to 1893 boldly blended colas, a delicious balancing act of premium ingredients from the makers of Pepsi Cola.
Top half of the 6th inning, Richmond still holds a 3-0 lead over the Reading Fightin Phils, and as we alluded to last inning, Tyler Phillips' day is done. Christian Hernandez will enter to his 21st game of the year. Marco Luciano, the first batter he gets, and the first pitch he fires on the outside corner for a called strike, 0-1.
Hernandez 3-1, 2.67 earned run average, 30 innings pitched, 34 strikeouts, 11 walks.
0-1, and Hernandez gets the outside corner. It's 0-2. Hernandez pitched once this series, came a couple of days ago, inning and 2/3, 3 hits, an earned run, walked 1, struck out 1, and it gave up a home run. No balls and 2 strikes to Luciano. The next pitch, swing and a miss. 3 straight fastballs, and Luciano can't catch up to that 94-mile-per-hour heater. And it's the first strikeout for Christian Hernandez, and that'll bring Andy Thomas up. Tyler Phillips tonight, 5 innings, 5 hits, 3 runs, all earned, a walk and 5 strikeouts. But you get rid of that first inning, it was 4 innings, 1 hit, no runs, a walk, and 4 strikeouts. So pretty impressive outing all in all for Tyler Phillips. The first pitch over to Andy Thomas, the slider for a called strike at 0-1.
Yeah, no doubt about it. If he could have that first inning back, obviously this game's got a completely different landscape, because otherwise it's been a matchup of donuts on the board.
Next pitch is on the inside corner for a called strike, 0-2. So 5 pitches, 5 strikes for Christian Hernandez.
Get Thomas to call a timeout. But the strikeouts now are even at 5 each on both sides. And Richmond with just the 1 hit in the game after that first inning.
So Hernandez looks for strike number 3 against Andy Thomas. The righty-righty's at the belt. Here's the 0-2. That one is skied in the air well towards right center. Back goes Rojas, and it is gone. Into the Redners Event Center, a solo shot for Thomas. His 8th of the year, and the Flying Squirrels tack one more on. It's 4-0 Richmond.
Thomas has shown some pop in this. That's his 2nd home run. He's been dynamite in this series for Richmond. His 5th home run, his 4th extra base hit. And that doesn't, and that includes the fact that he didn't play in last night's game, didn't get the start with David Parkinson, the left-handed pitcher, starting. He got the night off.
So now Carter Williams will step in. First pitch home is a fastball down the Stroot, 0-1. It's the 4th straight appearance that Christian Hernandez has allowed a home run. The 6th home run overall that he has allowed this year. The 0-1 is swung on, foul straight back. So Hernandez still yet to throw a ball. There also is action in the Richmond bullpen. Parker Dunshee, we've seen him once this week, up and throwing for the Flying Squirrels. So we'll see if he gets the bottom of the inning. And the 0-2, swing and a miss from Christian Hernandez. So 2 strikeouts sandwiched around the home run, and that'll bring Jimmy Glewenke to the plate. And the way Hernandez was throwing for that home run, I flipped to the back page of my game notes, see the last time an RFL threw an immaculate inning, because thought for a second we might have it. But 2/3 the batters he's got in striking out on 3 pitches. And now Jimmy Glewenke will dig in. 2 outs in the top of the 6th. 4-0 Richmond leads. Hernandez fires. Ground ball towards short. To his left, Martin scoops. Spins behind the bag. Low throw to first. Dug out by Jalen Ortiz. Nice. And it's in time. An impressive play by Casey Martin to retire the side here in the top of the 6th. 1 run on the home run from Andy Thomas. It was the only hit. Nobody left for the Flying Squirrels. We'll go to the bottom of the 6th. 4-0 Richmond on the RFL's Radio Network.
The Reading Fightin Phils are proud to partner with Berks County Mental Health and Disabilities Program. Together, we are striking out the stigma in order to raise community awareness about mental illness and suicide prevention with 3 simple words. Are you okay? The help is to begin a conversation to show Berks County that we care. Suicide hurts and affects everyone, but help is here. We will work together to help raise awareness about suicide and identify what we can do as a community to prevent it. People in need of assistance and support should call Crisis Intervention at 610-379-2007.
Spend some quality time with the family by taking them out to the ball game every Sunday home game at FirstEnergy Stadium. Sundays are Berks Packing Sunday Family Fun Days, presented by Golden Oaks Golf Club, PA Army National Guard, Mulligan Water, Aspen Home Improvements, and Rip It Baseball Town Charities batting cages. Get 4 tickets, 4 hot dogs, and 4 sodas for only $56 when purchased in advance. Join us for Burke's Packing Sunday Family Fun Days at all Sunday home games all season long at FirstEnergy Stadium.
Looking for the place to have the ultimate family fun at the Fightin' Phillies game? Look no further than Capital Blue Cross Funland. Capital Blue Cross Funland features the most exciting games and entertainment at the ballpark, including speed pitch, mini golf, ring toss, and peach basket toss, mascot autograph.
Back with the bottom of the 6th, Richmond a 4-0 lead. The first pitch to Carlos De La Cruz, a shot straight back foul. It's 0-1. Reading still seeking their first run and also their first hit. There's been no hit through 5 so far tonight. The next pitch, De La Cruz, misses outside for a ball. It's 1-1. It has been an incredibly quiet week offensively for an oft very productive Phillies offense. Next pitch is a slider on the outside corner for a called strike 1 and 2. De La Cruz is 0 for 1 tonight, a walk and a strikeout. Next pitch, down low at just below the knees. De La Cruz thought it was strike 3, started his walk back towards the dugout. We had it fully in the zone, but the call goes Reading's way. If you're the Phillies, you'll certainly take it. 2-2. And De La Cruz swings and misses at an off-speed pitch. He's down on strikes. First strikeout for Raymond Burgess. And that will bring up Johan Rojas.
It has not mattered that it is a right-handed pitcher, whether it has been a left-handed pitcher, whether it has been a starter, or whether it has been a reliever. They have just completely shut down the bats of this Reading lineup.
Rojas will dig in from the right side. First pitch from the lefty Burgess. Down low for a ball. It's 1-0. Rojas 0 for 1 tonight. Walked in the first. Grounded into a double play his last time up in the third. 1-0. Big swing and miss from Rojas. 1-1. The play Rojas shaded towards the left side. For the righty, the 1-1 is outside for a ball. It's 2 balls and a strike. Rojas had the last couple of nights off. He's 0 for 9 so far in this series. 2-1. That bounces low and in. 3-1. Series finale for this 6-game set is tomorrow night at 6:45. It'll be the Stars and Stripes celebration. The Phillies wore their pinstripe uniforms with special military hats. They also wore last night. Very nice hats.
Yeah, they are cool hats.
If you're interested in them, you can head over to our Brentwood Industries team store in the stadium or shop online at ourphils.com/shop. 3-1. Rojas drills one in the air towards the left, not too deep. Williams, the left fielder, will creep into his right. He'll make the catch for out number 2. And of course, tomorrow night will finish as any Eve of July 4th night should finish with a fireworks show, but not just any fireworks show.
No, not any
Carpenter Mega Blast fireworks show, the largest show in stadium history.
Which is going to mean something because last night's was a long show. I mean, there was a lot of fireworks last night. So tomorrow's going to be even bigger.
First pitch to Ortiz, snaps in for a called strike 0-1. So in a rare Monday game, I'd love to see you out here at the ballpark for what should be a great day of baseball. And that one is driven towards the left center field gap. It'll roll towards the wall. Ortiz around first. He'll motor his way towards second. And there goes the no-hitter.
So here's the rundown of when the Fightin' Phillies had gotten their first hit in this series. Game 1 in the 5th inning. Game 2 in the 2nd inning. Game 3 in the 4th inning. Last night in the 6th inning and tonight in the 6th inning before they got their first hit of the game.
It was a great piece of hitting by Jalen Ortiz, and now see if the Phillies can find a way to rally. A lot of times it's just about getting that first one. And now that you get, quote-unquote, that monkey off your back, see if the Phillies can kind of put the first 5 2/3 behind them and break through from here. Here's Nick Podkul. First pitch to him is on the outside corner for a called strike 0-1. Burgess will come set the lefty. He'll check back at Ortiz. Here's the pitch. Podkol takes down and in for a ball, 1-1. The Phils have not been no hit. Check on that one in a moment. But not this year. Reading's come close to a couple of no-hitters this year, both in 7-inning games. The 1-1 swung on and missed 1-2. Last time Reading got no hit in a 9-inning game was back in 2022 against Portland. Brian Bello, who now pitches for the Red Sox, big part of that, and Podkol will swing and miss, and he's down on strikes. That'll end the inning in the 6th. No runs. Reading does get its first hit. No errors. One left on base. We're 2/3 the way on for Baseball Town. We'll go to the 7th. 4-0 Richmond on the Phillies Radio Network.
Are you looking for a reliable food distributor to meet all your culinary needs? Look no further than our trusted team at Feaser's Food Distributors. For over 120 years, our products have been sourced from the best farms and suppliers, ensuring that you get the best ingredients for your restaurant or organization. From fresh produce to premium meats, Feaser's supplies everything but the appetite. Visit Feasers.com today to experience the difference in working with a top-tier, family-owned food distributor. Feaser's, your partner for success in the kitchen. Looking for a fast and hassle-free way to get your snacks and non-perishable groceries? Look no further than FeasersDirect.com. With just a few clicks, discover the convenience of having your culinary essentials ready for a pickup at our headquarters in Harrisburg.
Empowering communities one relationship at a time is our commitment at Tompkins. Our customers have thrived thanks to our focus on local lending and their commitment to the customers they serve.
They do a great job, everything for us, from our banking, our insurance, to our wealth management.
Tompkins has always been there for us.
We see a long relationship with Tompkins. They're good people.
Tompkins, banking, insurance, wealth. Member FDIC, equal housing lender. Investment and insurance products are not FDIC insured, not bank guaranteed, and may lose value.
Be the first to know everything about your Red and Fightin' Phils by signing up for the Baseball Town Insider email newsletter. Once you become a Baseball Town Insider, you will receive breaking news about Fightin's promotions, including giveaways and guest appearances, special events, exclusive offers, and discounts on tickets and merchandise, just for being a Baseball Town Insider. Visit Fightins.com to sign up for this free email newsletter. Baseball Town Insider. Stay in the loop and become a member today.
Top of the 7th, Richmond leads 4-0. Christian Hernandez back in for the Fightin' Phils, and I will toss things back over to my broadcast partner, Bob McCool.
All right, thank you very much, Jake Starr. Hayden Cantrell leading it off for Richmond here in the 7th. It'll be Cantrell to be followed by Robert Emery and Simon Whiteman. That's 7, 8, and 9 for the Fighting Squirrels. And Cantrell lines one into right field for a base hit. His first hit of the night, 7th hit of the game for Richmond. And that will bring Robert Emery to the plate. He, too, is 0 for 2 as he stands in. 3 runs in the first for Richmond, and then the solo home run by Andy Thomas last inning in the 6th. That's the run production for Richmond to this point. 4-0. Cantrell started and stopped, and the first pitch for Hernandez is up high for a ball. Hernandez now takes a look back at Cantrell after that start and stop, and it goes through the pickoff attempt, and Cantrell gets back without a problem. Cantrell, 11 stolen bases on the season in 12 attempts. That is tops in Richmond's team with 11 steals. Second pitch for Hernandez is up high again, and it's quickly 2 balls and no strikes. Tyler Phillips went the first 5. Hernandez the 6th, and now starting here in the 7th. Phil's bullpen is quiet. Cantrell again takes off. Pitch again is high, and Cantrell will pick up the stolen base. Lost a piece of equipment somewhere along the line down in between first and second. Something went flying up in the air. It was not his helmet. I'm not quite sure what it was. If it was the hand mitt that he had on, I guess that's what it was, as he puts that back on. Doesn't matter. It's a stolen base for Cantrell, and more importantly now for Hernandez, it's also 3-0 on the hitter, Emery. And that's over for a called strike. Hernandez may have been bothered a little bit by that start and stop by Cantrell, and he missed with all 3 pitches as a result. So now he needs to settle back and work in on the hitter, Emery. 3 balls and a strike to him. That's way outside, ball 4. So the first 2 men on base here for Richmond in the 7th. First walk Hernandez has given up, and that'll bring up Simon Whiteman. Whiteman 1 for 2 on the night, single back into the 2nd inning. Top of the order, and Shane Matheny in the on-deck circle for the Flying Squirrels. They were 3-1 in this series. Whiteman, tapper to third. Podko steps on the bag at third to Cannon for 2. They won't get 3. They made the effort, but they get the lead 2. Great job by Podko. Stepped on the bag at third and then got the second runner at second for 2 outs now and 1 on.
Reading turned to AAA once last year. It was McCarthy, Tatum, Madison Stokes, and Aldrum Corridor involved in that one, and it's not enough mustard on the throw from Cannon, but he kind of had to rush it too as the runner was getting up the line quickly.
So that makes a big difference now for Hernandez, who can see his way out of this inning if he can get the leadoff man Shane Matheny, 1 for 3 on the night. And now the runner takes off as Matheny swings and fouls it out of play. So Whiteman also taking off on the play. Whiteman with 7 stolen bases in 8 attempts. Not sure if he knows it was foul. He's still standing at second base. Now he's coming back. Now we're getting some action in the Phil's bullpen.
Looks like Andrew Schultz up and throwing.
Parker Dunshee has been warming up for a while in the Richmond bullpen. A walls and a strike to Matheny. Again, the pickoff attempt, and a pretty close one that time as Whiteman dives back in. Whiteman has been caught stealing once in 8 attempts. Two outs in the top of the 7th. Matheny outside, snap throw down, and again Whiteman dives back in. May have been a pitch out. Now it's 1 ball and 1 strike to Matheny. It kind of was a pitch out, and it kind of wasn't a pitch out, but it was far enough outside that Roberts could pop up and make the throw down. Now Whiteman wants some time to do a little uniform maintenance after diving back in a couple of times. 2 different 30-plus minute rain delays in this one so far. Top half of the 7th. Pitch to Matheny is over for a called strike 2. 1 ball and 2 strikes to the left-hand hitting Shane Matheny. Again, Whiteman takes off. Matheny again swings and fouls it out of play. So Whiteman again will have to come back. He's getting his conditioning drills in while he's on first base. So the count remains 1 ball and 2 strikes to Shane Matheny. Matheny again lines one into right field for a base hit. Radcliffe up with it on a hop. That'll hold Whiteman to second base. Second hit of the game for Shane Matheny. 2 on, 2 out in the 7th.
Right fielder Vaughn Brown.
Good piece of hitting from Shane Matheny. That was a fastball a little bit outside, but over the middle of the plate, he was able to get the barrel on and crush it to right. 106 off the bat. It hit so hard to right that there's really no chance for Simon Whiteman to get the third.
Plus, he was tired from all
That
those
too.
attempted steals. That'll bring Vaughn Brown to the plate. Brown 1 for 2 with a double. Scored a run in the first. Both runners take off here. Roberts will throw down to second. It's a bad throw, and it's going to go into center field. Whiteman will get up, and he will score on the play. So it's going to be a double steal. Whiteman to third, Matheny to second, and on the error from the catcher, Cody Roberts, Whiteman scores. It's 5-0, Richmond on top. Matheny had to stay put at second base. So Brown now with a 2 balls and no strike count to him. And now it's 3-0 as Hernandez misses up high. So the nice defensive play by Podkill that got the double play. The Phils were looking to maybe get out of it, but that quickly it turns back the other way. And Brown trying to do further damage as he fouls one back again towards the press box. But again, not in our direction. It's 3 balls and a strike now to Vaughn Brown.
Would you be ready if it was in our direction?
Sure. You catch all the hot dogs, at least I can catch a foul ball.
True.
3 balls and a strike to Vaughn Brown. Swing and a miss, that's strike 2. So now the count is full. Brown will call timeout. Hernandez trying to limit the damage here to 1 run. Phil's down by 5 here in the 7th. And Brown again keeps himself alive as he fouls this one back off the backstop. Looper, the hound dog, was doing some bat boy work earlier in this game, but apparently the rain delay chased him. So it's 3-2 to Vaughn Brown. This one hit hard to Podkill at third. Has it, throws it in time for the third and final out. But more damage for the Flying Squirrels. They get a run. They do it on 2 hits. There was a costly error and 1 man left. 7th inning stretch. When we come back to Baseball Town, it's now Richmond 5, Reading nothing.
Nursing home neglect is a serious problem. If you or a loved one has suffered from bed sores obtained in a nursing home or a fall down in a nursing home resulting in a fracture, our friends at Swartz-Culleton can help. Call the attorneys at Swartz-Culleton for a free consultation. Their phone number is 1-800-JUSTICE. That's 1-800-587-8423. Once again, call 1-800-JUSTICE today. Swartz-Culleton is a proud sponsor of the Reading Fightin' Phils.
International Fireworks is the official fireworks provider of the Phils. International Fireworks shoots every fireworks show throughout the season, including 8 Mega Blast fireworks shows. International Fireworks also provides the pregame fireworks after the national anthem at each game. International Fireworks has a nearby retail store in Douglasville, Pennsylvania, where you can purchase all of your fireworks. Visit fireworksrus.com for more information about the International Fireworks retail store in Douglasville. Thanks again to International Fireworks, the official fireworks provider of the Phils.
There's a weekend in July where the baseball world revolves around a village in upstate New York. Baseball Hall of Fame induction weekend in Cooperstown is an unforgettable experience filled with family-friendly activities and priceless moments. Make your plans today for July 21st through the 24th for the induction of Fred McGriff and Scott Rowland as the class of 2023. Visit baseballhall.org today for the entire schedule. See you in Cooperstown, where the journey becomes legend.
Yeah, Vernon University Golden Wolves called the bullpen. We'll bring in right-hander Parker Dunshee. Dunshee had been warming up for quite a while for Richmond, and he now comes in. He'll face Casey Martin to lead things off for the Fightin' Phils here in the bottom of the 7th, down 5-0. Martin 0 for 2 so far on the night, and he slaps the first pitch back through the middle. Slow roller. Second baseman Glowinski will make the underhanded throw in plenty of time to get the fleet-footed Casey Martin without a problem. 1 out here in the 7th. Bottom half of the 7th inning here in Baseball Town, presented to you by Swartz-Culleton, proudly sponsoring the Reading Phillies. If you've been injured at work, you can call 1-800-JUSTICE today. Baron Radcliffe now bats for the Fightins. He's 0 for 1 on the day. Walked and flew out to center field in his 2 plate appearances. And first pitch from the right-handed pitching, Dunshee misses out an away ball 1. Back with the second pitch that's up high and in. Back-to-back pitches up high, 2-0. Dunshee making his 12th appearance, 1-1 with a 4.12 earned run average. 2-0 pitch, and Radcliffe swinging away, fouls it out of play. Dunshee in his 11 appearances to date, 19 2/3 innings, 28 strikeouts, just 12 walks. He's got a 2 balls and a 1 strike count now to Baron Radcliffe. Swing and a miss, strike 2. Radcliffe swings through another, and that'll be another strikeout, the 8th of the night for Richmond pitching. 2 outs now here in the 7th, and now bring up Cam Cannon. Cannon 0 for 1 with a walk and a pop-up. Five runs on 8 hits for Richmond, no runs on 1 hit for the Fightins. As Cannon with a rocket right back through the middle for a base hit. Went right past the pitcher, Dunshee. He's fine. It didn't hit him. They're going to check on him, but I didn't think it hit him at all. I thought it went right past him.
I think that's more of a...
Yeah, to make sure his heart's okay.
Yeah.
I think more than anything. As far as I could see, it did not make any contact with him. See the replay. Now, it missed him. Probably scared the daylights out of him, but it didn't hit him. But that's a base hit for Cam Cannon to Phil's second hit. Again, the first hit was a 2-out hit by Jalen Ortiz last inning with a double. And he ultimately stayed there at second. And now Cam Cannon with a 2-out single here in the 7th for Cody Roberts.
It's the second hit tonight for Reading. That was hard off the bat, too. 103, right back at you as a pitcher. Shore's got to startle you, too.
Yeah, I mean, both pitching coach and manager Dennis Pelfrey and the trainer all came out to check on Dunshee. So Roberts now will step in. Cody fly out to right and a pop-up in the infield for his 2 plate appearances. And the first pitch to him is over for a called strike 1. Dunshee, born in Zionsville, Indiana, played his college baseball at Wake Forest. And the 0-1 pitch to Cody Roberts is low for a ball. He was originally drafted by the Oakland A's back in 2017, released by the A's in 2023, signed by the Giants in April of this year. Roberts drives one into center field, but Matheny is there, and he'll squeeze it for the 3rd and final out. And so again, the Phils could do nothing with the 2-out base hit. No runs, 1 hit, 1 man left, 7 complete. Richmond 5, Reading nothing.
Nursing home neglect is a serious problem. If you or a loved one has suffered from bed sores obtained in a nursing home or a fall down in a nursing home resulting in a fracture, our friends at Swartz-Culleton can help. Call the attorneys at Swartz-Culleton for a free consultation. Their phone number is 1-800-JUSTICE. That's 1-800-587-8423. Once again, call 1-800-JUSTICE today. Swartz-Culleton is a proud sponsor of the Reading Fightin' Phils.
Celebrate the history of our national pastime at the National Baseball Hall of Fame and Museum in Cooperstown. See priceless treasures that'll bring your baseball memories to life. Connect with events that have shaped and changed the game and our country. Our stories to tell, your memories to share. Plan your visit today at baseballhall.org.
The Reading Fightin' Phil's birthday package is the best way to celebrate a birthday. Whether you're a youngster or an adult, there's no better birthday than a Fightin' Phil's birthday. The Fightin' Fan birthday package is customizable for fans of any age and starts at just $130. Base packages include 10 general admission tickets to a Fightin's home game, an autographed baseball, and a VIP reserved parking spot. Fans can also add a wide variety of experiences and options to make sure your favorite Fightin's fan's birthday is a grand slam.
Tonight's attendance, thanks to the folks at PSECU, 4,517, enjoying Sunday baseball here at FirstEnergy Stadium. Proud PSECU is proud to be one of the largest credit unions in Pennsylvania. And the Alvernia University Golden Wolves call the bullpen will bring Andrew Schultz into the game for the Fightins. And he faces Marco Luciano, who fouls one at the plate for strike 1. I think that one got the foot of Cody Roberts. So Gabe Alfonso, the home plate umpire, will hand deliver the new baseball to Schultz to give Cody Roberts a moment. Luciano 0 for 3 on the night. Hasn't done a whole lot of damage in this series, just 3 for 15. And that pitch is outside. It's 1 ball and 1 strike from Andrew Schultz. Now it's Luciano who calls timeout. So 1 ball, 1 strike to Marco Luciano. Right-handed hitter who's the DH tonight for the Flying Squirrels. Tries to check his swing and does, and a pitch that's down low. It's 2-1. And that one just misses outside on a slider. It's 3 balls and 1 strike to Luciano. Schultz, 25-year-old right-hander. And catches the outside corner with that one. Luciano hoping for ball 4. It's strike 2. It's 3 balls and 2 strikes now. Schultz drafted by the Phillies in the sixth round back in 2019 out of the University of Tennessee. 3-2 pitch from him. On the outside corner for a call. It's strike 3, 1 down in the 8th.
Nice strikeout there by Andrew Schultz. And, of course, the job for him here is pretty simple. Keep it a 5-run game and give your offense a chance to try and drum something up.
Phil's pitching has matched up with Richmond's pitching in the strikeout column tonight. That's the 7th strikeout now by Phil's pitching. 6 for the Flying Squirrel staff as Andy Thomas steps in. Thomas has been a problem tonight, as he has been throughout this series. Sacrifice fly and an RBI in the 1st, walked in the 3rd, and a solo home run in the 6th. First pitch from Schultz misses for a ball. Thomas swings and misses through the off-speed pitch. It's 1-1. The only mistake that Thomas has made tonight was after walking, he, for some reason, took off on Tyler Phillips, where Tyler Phillips was still standing on the mound, and he hadn't even gotten into his windup, and so he ended up went down as a caught stealing, getting picked off first base. I have no idea what Andy Thomas was thinking or doing at that point in time, but it ended the inning for Phillips in the 3rd. This one's up high from Schultz, and now it's 2 balls and a strike to the left-handed hitting Andy Thomas. This one back through the middle, but right at shortstop Casey Martin. He'll make the play without a problem. 2 quick outs here for Andrew Schultz in the 8th. And I'll bring up Carter Williams.
Nice job by Schultz. Gets a couple of quick outs. Gets Carter Williams, who's 1 for 3 today. That single and scored in the 1st, but I mean, look, there's that big 1st inning that really set the tone for Richmond tonight. They did have a solo shot from Thomas, but aside from that, our Phil's pitching has kept their offense pretty quiet.
Williams 1 for 3. He had an RBI single back in that 3-run 1st. Also scored one of those runs. And he lifts this one to left field. Madison Stokes breaking back to the track, to the wall, and makes the catch right up against the fence for out number 3. Richmond goes 1-2-3 in the 8th. To the bottom of the 8th, when we come back to FirstEnergy Stadium, Phil's trying to mount a comeback. They trail 5-0.
Baseball fans, introducing Bally Live, the only app where minor league baseball fans can score major rewards. When you stream your favorite teams live, you'll score rewards. When you chat with friends during a watch party, you'll score rewards. And when you test your skills at trivia, you'll score rewards. Being a fan of minor leagues has never been so rewarding. So what are you waiting for? Download Bally Live for free from the app or Play Store and start scoring rewards today.
Berks Immunization Coalition works to provide leadership and education in promoting age-appropriate immunization across the lifespan for all residents of Berks County. This is a coalition comprised of local physicians, nurse practitioners, school nurses, immunization coordinators, immunization advocates, and pharmaceutical representatives working to encourage continuity of immunization through medical resources. They focus on educating both the community and the providers. For more information, please visit www.immunized.org and click Local Coalitions.
Baseball Town Charities is a nonprofit 501c3 charitable organization founded to keep baseball alive in Reading. Youngsters can benefit from the many life lessons the game can offer. Baseball Town Charities currently supports kids and adults with mental and physical disabilities through the Baseball Dream League. Baseball Town Charities also supports inner-city baseball development through the Rip It for Life program, which provides growth both on and off the baseball field. For more information, please visit baseballtown.org.
A reminder that Richmond and Reading will wrap up the series tomorrow night, Monday night. So if you're working tomorrow, it's at 6:45. If you're fortunate enough to have a 4-day weekend through Tuesday, 4th of July, well, come on out and enjoy a night of baseball here at FirstEnergy Stadium. 6:45 is first pitch. And again, Mega Blast fireworks to finish it off on the eve of the 4th of July. Madison Stokes trying to generate some fireworks for this Phil's offense in this Game 5 of the series, and he leads off, but he's quickly behind Parker Dunshee. No balls and 2 strikes. And swing and a miss, strike 3, as Stokes is retired on 3 pitches, 1 out here in the 8th. Second strikeout for Parker Dunshee since coming on.
Ball was actually dropped by the catcher, Andy Thomas. I don't think Stokes realized that until it was too late.
So that'll bring up Carlos De La Cruz, 0 for 2 on the night. Walked in between a couple of strikeouts. That pitch is down low for a ball. It's like Matt Seelinger now throwing in the Reading bullpen. He may pitch the 9th. It's a pretty quiet, compact inning for Andrew Schultz in the 8th. 1-0 pitch to De La Cruz, lifted into right field. Vaughn Brown will drift in underneath it and make the catch for out number 2 on the soft fly ball to right. And I'll bring up Johan Rojas. It'll be interesting to see what will transpire over the next couple of days for this Fightin Phil's team. We have talked about it because they have believed the amount of confidence that's been in this clubhouse and in the dugout all throughout the season, and despite the first half troubles. But it has not looked that way in the last couple of nights. There have been a lot of slumped shoulders. Body language hasn't been good as the bats have struggled here in this series. 2 outs now here in the 8th with Rojas batting. He's 0 for 2 on the night. First pitch is a ball. The second one is low, and it's 2-0 to Johan Rojas. Rojas did walk back in the first inning, looking for his first hit of this series. 2-0 pitch to him. Ripped into left field, and he's got a hit here, and the Phils have themselves a run. Johan Rojas with a blast onto the Seidel Auto Group deck, and the Phils get themselves a run. It's 5-1 Richmond.
Well, that's got to feel good for Johan Rojas. 407 feet, 103 miles per hour off the bat. They got themselves a run, have some energy back, see if that can spark something here.
7th of the season for Johan Rojas, RBI number 39. And I guess the only question was whether it was fair or foul, but it was fair by plenty. And Johan Rojas puts the Phils on the board, and now Jalen Ortiz will bat. Ortiz with a big swing that fouls it off. Ortiz finally broke up the no-hitter with 2 outs in the 6th with a double. And again, the Phils hit is with 2 outs. At least this time it was a home run. Ortiz fouls this one down the first base line. But all 3 hits the Phils have managed in this game have all come with 2 outs in the inning. As Ortiz quickly behind no balls and 2 strikes. Fouls one away again and stays alive. Dunshee comes with the off-speed pitch. Ortiz able to at least keep the hands back enough to foul it off, and now he'll want time. Parker Dunshee gave up 38 home runs last year pitching for Las Vegas in AAA. And Ortiz takes one up and in, ball 1. And this one ripped into the hole in between short and third, and Jalen Ortiz has his second hit of the night. He's on first base with 2 down for Nick Podkol, who has had a night that he'd rather forget so far with a bat in his hand. 0 for 3 with 3 strikeouts. You can forget about it very quickly right here. So good to see Jalen Ortiz swinging a better bat in the last couple of times with a couple of hard hit balls, a double and a single. Now Podkol stands in. Takes one low for a ball. Lifts this one down the third baseline. Cantrell will give it a chase, but it is headed for the St. Joe's Health 67 Club. A souvenir for those folks who are sticking around. First pitch of this game was at 5:15. We had a 34-minute rain delay and then a 32-minute rain delay in this one. Podkill takes another one outside. The count now 2 balls and 1 strike to Nick Podkill. He does have 3 hits in this series and also a couple of walks. Takes another one outside. Now it's 3-1. With that, Richmond will start to get some activity in their bullpen. It's like Matt Seelinger has sat down now in Reading's bullpen. 3-1 to Podkill. Pickoff attempt, and Ortiz dives back in. Robert Emery, the first baseman, thought they had him picked off. Back to the 3-1 pitch. Inside, it might have hit him. It did hit him. Doesn't matter, it's ball 4. Whether it hit him or it didn't hit him, Nick Podkill's on base.
Well, you're at a point now where a couple hits here, and this game could be entirely different, Bob. So a lot of baseball left to play, and you know this team, they can fight, as their name says, and as Nick Podkill said the other night to us.
So that's going to bring a visit to the mound from pitching coach Paul Oseguera. This may be, if nothing else, a little bit of a stall. It's Blake Rivera who's up and warming up in the Richmond bullpen, but he can't be loose yet.
I think the conversation here is 4-run lead, you got 2 quick outs. Just get back to what's been working against this team all day. And for a guy like Dungy, that's probably the mindset here. Just settle down and just throw strikes.
Also curious to see Hayden Cantrell went into the dugout for some reason. I don't know if he changed gloves or what. While the pitching coach Oseguera came to the mound, Hayden Cantrell, the third baseman, ran into the dugout as Casey Martin settles in. First pitch swinging and fouls it away. So the tying run right now in the on-deck circle for the Fightins. Down 5-1, 2 outs here in the 8th. 2 men on base for Casey Martin. Big swing, no contact, and he's down 0-2.
Yeah, Martin saw that fastball up, his eyes lit up, and he tried to make that a 1-run ball game with 1 swing of the bat.
Now he's got to adjust and try to put the ball in play somewhere in an 0-2 hole. Swing and a miss, strike 3, and that'll do it. So the Phils get a run on the solo home run from Johan Rojas. They end up with 2 hits in the inning, and they leave 2 men on. We've got 8 in the books. It's now Richmond 5, Reading 1.
White Star Tours and Travel Centers offers the Our Phils fan road trip again this season. It's your chance to hit the road with other Our Phils fans, see an Our Phils road game, meet with an Our Phils player, and also see an Iron Pigs and Phillies road game. The White Star Our Phils road trip visits Altoona, Toledo, and Cleveland from Thursday, July 20th until Sunday, July 23rd. See the Our Phils in Altoona Thursday, meet with an Our Phils player or coach, then head to Toledo Friday and Cleveland Saturday to see many former Fightins in action. The trip heads back to Reading on Sunday. Visit the customer service booth for more info on the White Star Our Phils fan road trip to Altoona, Toledo, and Cleveland. Space is very limited, so sign up today.
You can add a delicious, all-you-can-eat buffet to any Reading Fightin' Phils game ticket for only $21. This selection includes barbecue chicken sandwiches, cheeseburgers, hamburgers, hot dogs, corn, pasta salad, baked beans, potato salad, chips, cookies, and so much more. Drinks feature all Pepsi products. Call the Fightins at 610-370-BALL Order online at ourphillies.com or visit the Customers Bank ticket office at FirstEnergy Stadium.
The Alvernia University Golden Wolves call the bullpen will indeed bring Matt Seelinger into the game for the Fightin' Phils. Jimmy G's Railroad House and Sports Bar and Restaurant in Sinking Spring is a family-friendly neighborhood sports bar and award-winning restaurant serving the Berks County area for many years. You can catch a game on any of their 26 high-definition televisions and come try the delicious food and drink menu. Relax and enjoy an evening at the Railroad House. Conveniently located at 152 Woodrow Avenue in Sinking Spring, Jimmy G's Railroad House is a proud Fightin' Phils team feed partner. Seelinger delivers the first pitch, and it's driven by Jimmy Glowacki over the left center field fence. Glowacki with his second home run of this series, and it's now a 6-1 Richmond advantage.
Well, Reading got one back. Richmond wasted a little time getting it back as Glowacki crushes one. 402 feet, 103 off the bat to left center. That was a no-doubter off the bat on a fastball that was pretty much center cut.
Second RBI of the night for Glowacki, 6th of the season. So he's got 2 home runs in this series, his only 2 home runs of the season, and he's got 4 RBIs in this series and 6 on the year. First pitch swinging is Hayden Cantrell, and he hits a rocket down the right field line, but it hooks foul and into the Reading bullpen. So 2 pitches delivered by Seelinger, and both of them have been rockets. One for a home run, the other one foul by Cantrell, who's 1 for 3 on the night. Seelinger comes to the breaking ball and a good one for a strike at the knees. It's no balls and 2 strikes. This one ripped into center field, but Johan Rojas is there. Take a couple of steps back into the triangle in center field and make the catch for out number 1 here in the ninth.
First baseman Robert Emery.
That'll bring up Robert Emery. Emery ground out, strikeout, and walk in his 3 plate appearances. Seelinger, the 28-year-old righty, delivers his first pitch to Emery that's over in the outside corner. Strike 1. Taps this one in front of the plate. Seelinger will make the play and the toss to first for the out. That's 2 down now.
Good job by Seelinger. Didn't rush it either. A lot of pitchers probably would have seen that and thought, oh, I got to rush it. Picked it up. Oh, okay. So I still have time. Took his time. Got a clean flip to the bag.
Seelinger was a one-time Richmond Flying Squirrel back in 2021. Began his career with the Pirates, drafted by the Pirates in 2017. Spent time with the Tampa Bay Rays organization, the Giants, before coming to the Phillies. Pitched last year here in Reading, and his first pitch to Simon Whiteman is over for a called strike. Whiteman 1 for 3 on the night. The 0-1 pitch is over for a breaking ball, and it's no balls and 2 strikes. Phils will have 7, 8, and 9 due up in their order in the bottom half of the ninth. This one lined right at Cam Cannon at second base for the 3rd and final out. But another run on the books for Richmond. A run on a hit, and none left to the bottom of the ninth. Last chance for the Phils. They trail 6-1.
Unlike any other area in FirstEnergy Stadium, the Savage 61 Dugout Suite puts you in the closest seat to the action on the field. Located just a few feet from the diamond on the first base side with covered seating, abilities of motion accessible seating, and the most unique view around. Your group will thank you over and over again for this one-of-a-kind experience. Tickets for the Dugout Suite start at $27 and include options to add food and drink packages. The ProMax Fence Systems Foul Porch is an exclusive group experience. Located in our left field corner, groups of 20 to 30 people are treated to 2.5 hours of all-you-can-eat buffet and drinks. In a festive atmosphere with a bird's-eye view of the visiting bullpen, regular season tickets are $34 for groups of 20 or more. Call us today at 610-370-BALL to reserve a spot for your group.
The Penn State Health St. Joseph's 67 Club is the original hospitality area at FirstEnergy Stadium. Conveniently located along the third base side, the 67 Club gives you a front row seat to all the action at the hot corner. The area is safely protected from line drives with a large see-through net. Starting at $34, groups of 20 or more can enjoy a 2.5-hour all-you-can-eat buffet. Children 4 and under are free. Visit ourphils.com or call us at 610-370-BALL to reserve your group outing today.
The Vernon University Golden Wolves call the bullpen for Richmond. Will bring Blake Rivera into the game to try to get the final 3 outs. His team leads it 6-1 as the Fightin Phils come to the plate here in the 9th. They'll send Baron Radcliffe, Cam Cannon, and Cody Roberts to the plate. Radcliffe 0 for 2 on the night. The walk mixed in. First pitch from Rivera over for a called strike 1. This one lifted down the third base line and slicing out of play. Radcliffe quickly in a 0 balls and 2 strike hole. A chance to talk with Barron in the pregame show the other night. Great high school athlete before heading to Georgia Tech. An outstanding quarterback on a football team, 3-star quarterback. 0-2 pitch is up high for a ball. His dad, Vic, was a professional baseball player, 4th-round draft pick of the Kansas City Royals. His mom, an outstanding basketball player at Ohio State. This one is low and inside. Appeal. He said the third base umpire, Jude Corey, said he did not go around 2-2. We did ask Barron who's the best athlete of the 3, and he said without thinking about it that, of course, it was him. It's 2-2 now to him. Swing and a miss, strike 3. That will be the 10th strikeout of the night for the Phils hitter, so that makes it a clean now 5 straight games where Reading batters have struck out at least 10 times in each one of the games in this series. And now 63 total strikeouts for the Phils through these 5 games. As Cam Cannon now will bat. Cannon got a base hit his last time up with a rocket back through the middle. Also walked in 3 plate appearances. Takes the first pitch from Rivera over for a called strike 1. Rivera's 23rd appearance out of the bullpen for Richmond. His 1-0 pitch, his 0-1 pitch, is up high for a ball. 1-4 with a 3.21 earned run average. 28 innings pitched, 38 strikeouts, 24 walks. 1-1 to Cannon. And that's over for a called strike. Nice breaking ball. Looked like a slider from Rivera that catches the inside corner. Now it's 1-2. This one lifted into center, shallow left center field. Matheny and Williams coming in, and Matheny will take charge and make the catch for out number 2.
Yeah, it looked like Williams, the left fielder, didn't see it initially, kind of threw his hands in the air. It's that awkward twilight time of the night where, you know, it gets very hard to kind of find the ball. It's not bright out, but the sky's also not pitch black yet either.
So that will bring up Cody Roberts as the Phils are down to the last batter here in the bottom of the 9th. And Roberts takes the first one outside for a ball. It's obviously not a save situation for Rivera. His team up by 5 here in the 9th. He's got 2 outs. Roberts fouls this one out of play down the first base line. 1-1 to Cody Roberts. Into dirt, ball 2. Tomorrow's pitching matchup for the 6:45 series finale, left-hander Josh Hendrickson for the Fightins. Ryan Murphy, who started game 1 of this series for Richmond, will get the start tomorrow night. And that's over for a called strike. And the bad news is that Ryan Murphy pitched exceptionally well in that first series. Phils did not get a hit off of him in 4 innings. He struck out 5. He had a perfect game going through 4 innings when they took him out. So the Phils will try to get him tomorrow. 2 balls and 2 strikes to Cody Roberts. Tapped foul and out of play.
The hope obviously is that sense of familiarity plays to the Fightin' Phil's advantage. We've seen it a couple times on the other end where Reading would throw a guy Tuesday, Sunday. The second time through, the other team, you could tell they're familiar. So the hope is with Reading, seeing Murphy a second time, get some familiarity and try and salvage this series.
Roberts drives this one to right field. Brown plays very shallow, but he gets back in time and makes the catch. And that will do it for the Phils here in the 9th and in the ballgame. No runs, no hits, no errors, and none left. And Richmond takes another in this series as they win it over Reading by a final score of 6-1. We'll take a timeout, and when we come back in the Reading Fightin' Phil's radio network with our postgame show after this.
Santa Ana Group Deck is a great spot for all fans of a summer picnic and great tailgate atmosphere. During your picnic, you may even catch a souvenir, as the area is situated directly in home run territory, behind the left field wall. Regular season tickets are just $32 per person for groups of 20 or more, and children 4 and under are free. Visit rfields.com/groups or call 610-370-BALL to reserve your group outing today.
The Louisiana Swamplands. Out here, you're either lunch or you're enjoying it. Make sure you end up on top with the all-powerful lineup of Kia SUVs, like the Telluride, Sportage, and Sorrento, equipped with available all-wheel drive, higher ground clearance, and the interior capacity to bring everything you need, so you'll always remain more than a gator's length ahead. Visit your local Kia dealer today to find your next adventure in our ever-capable lineup of SUVs. Kia, movement that inspires.
Call 800-3334-KIA for details. Always drive safely.
Are you looking for a reliable food distributor to meet all your culinary needs? Look no further than our trusted team at Feasers Food Distributors. For over 120 years, our products have been sourced from the best farms and suppliers, ensuring that you get the best ingredients for your restaurant or organization. From fresh produce to premium meats, Feasers supplies everything but the appetite. Visit Feasers.com today to experience the difference in working with a top-tier, family-owned food distributor. Feasers, your partner for success in the kitchen. Looking for a fast and hassle-free way to get your snacks and non-perishable groceries? Look no further than FeasersDirect.com. With just a few clicks, discover the convenience of having your culinary essentials ready for a pickup at our headquarters in Harrisburg.
Welcome to the postgame show where the Richmond Flying Squirrels win another in this series. They now have taken 4 of the first 5 games, and they do it in another dominating style tonight with the closing down of the Phil's bats for yet another in this series, and Richmond ends up winning it by a final score of 6-1. Richmond started fast, as they have in each and every one of these games in this series. All 5 games, Richmond has scored the first runs, and they did it tonight in the first inning. Shane Matheny got it started. Leadoff man with a base hit, followed by Vaughn Brown with a double, second and third and nobody out. Tyler Phillips then recorded his first out on an infield pop-up, and then a sacrifice fly off the bat of Andy Thomas made it 1-0 as Matheny scored. And Phillips may be getting out of the inning with no further damage, but a base hit by Carter Williams brought home a run. And then a mistake, a mental error, doesn't show up in the scorebook, but a mental error. Madison Stokes on the throw home allowed Carter Williams to move up to second base. And then Jimmy Glowinski followed with a single that allowed Carter Williams to score, and it turned into a 3-0 Richmond advantage before Reading ever got to the plate. And it stayed 3-0 for a while as the Phils again were shut down by Richmond pitching, and again especially by Richmond's starting pitching. Carson Wisenhunt got the start tonight and ended up only going 2 innings. He had some control issues. He walked 2 in the first. The Phils couldn't take advantage of it. He walked 2 in the second. And again, the Phils could not take advantage of it. They took him out after walking the leadoff man, Carlos De La Cruz, in the third inning. But his replacement, Ben Madison, came in and got a double play out of Johan Rojas and then got Jalen Ortiz to fly out to end the inning. Phillies got their first hit of the game from Ortiz with a 2-out double in the 6th. So, again, the starting pitching for Richmond, I mentioned this earlier in the broadcast, so far in this series, 18 1/3 innings pitched by Richmond's starters. And in that 18 1/3 innings pitch, Reading has only accounted for 4 hits against them and 2 runs, and all of them coming against Carson Seymour. The others have no hit Reading so far, including Ryan Murphy, who threw a 4-inning perfect game in Wednesday's series opener, and he'll get the start tomorrow. So Reading has their work cut out for him tomorrow, again, to try to get these bats ignited. So back to the scoring in this one. Again, it was 3-0 through 5, and then another run tacked on a solo home run from Andy Thomas. That was following a second rain delay in this game. We had 2 separate rain delays. The first one for 34 minutes, and the second one at 32 minutes. And we resumed play at around 7:35 and ended up getting the rest of the game completed after that second rain delay. But Andy Thomas with a solo home run in the 6th to make it a 4-0 game. And then in the 7th, Richmond was able to put together another rally. It started with a base hit from Hayden Cantrell and then a walk to Robert Emery. Simon Whiteman hit a ground ball to third baseman Nick Podkol, tugged the bag at third for the 4th out, then threw it to Cam Cannon at second for the 2nd out. Cannon did make the relay for the triple play, but they came up short as Whiteman beat it out, so he was safe at first base. He then stole second base. Shane Matheny then with a base hit. Actually, Whiteman did not steal a base. My mistake. He stayed at first, and then Matheny got a base hit. Then they tried the double steal, and on the throw to second instead, Cody Roberts' throw went into center field. That allowed Whiteman to score. So that run becomes an unearned run. And it was 5-0 Richmond on top. The Phils finally got a run in the 8th. It was a 2-out solo home run from Johan Rojas, his 7th home run of the season, his 39th RBI of the season, and it was a blast well into the Seidel Auto Group deck in left field. So Rojas got the Phils finally on the board with a solo home run in the 8th, but right back in the 9th inning, Jimmy Glowacki leads it off with a solo home run for Richmond to get that run right back, and that's where it stood as the Phils went 1-2-3 in the 9th. 6 runs on 9 hits, no errors, and 3 left for Richmond. 1 run on just 4 hits, 1 error, and 8 men left on base for the Fightin' Phils as they again struck out double digits in this game tonight. 10 strikeouts tonight. That is now 63 strikeouts for Reading in the 5 games in this series so far. So, again, tomorrow night back here at the ballpark, 6:45 is first pitch. Tompkins Plaza will open up at 4:45. And, again, tomorrow night the series will wrap up, and it will wrap up with a Mega Blast fireworks show. Saturday night, last night, was a Mega Blast fireworks show, and it was good and it was long. And tomorrow night promises to be bigger. The bigger, the better. As always, the Mega Blast fireworks is bigger than the last. So tomorrow night will be bigger even than last night's. Bring the kids out, bring the family out for a night here at the ballpark to get your New Year's Eve or your July 4th Eve started with a bang. Hopefully the Phils bats can bring a little bit of a bang as well in tomorrow night's game. Again, 6:45 is first pitch here at FirstEnergy Stadium. Tonight, game started at 5:15, didn't end until 8:36, but again, a couple of half-hour plus rain delays mixed into it all in front of 4,517. That was humans in the park tonight because there were some dogs in the park tonight as well on Bring Your Dog to the Park. That will do it for today's game and our broadcast. Again, the final score, Richmond with the win of the Flying Squirrels are now 4-1 on the start of the second half, and Reading falls to 1-4. Reading will try to salvage at least a second game in this series in tomorrow night's series finale, and then the Phils will go on the road to Somerset beginning on Tuesday. Don't forget Mick Abel for the Reading Phils has been selected for the Major League Baseball Futures game that will be played in Seattle on Saturday night as part of the Major League Baseball All-Star Game festivities. Nick Castellanos was selected for the Major League Baseball All-Star Game, the lone Philadelphia Philly selected for the Major League Baseball All-Star Game. But Mick Abel and Justin Crawford, who is right now tearing it up in Clearwater, last year's #1 draft pick. Justin Crawford having a great year, among the league leaders in hitting in Florida for Clearwater. And Justin Crawford is having himself a great year, just 19 years of age, and he, like Mick Abel, will be in Seattle for that Major League Baseball futures game. That will be televised on Saturday night. So if you have the chance, maybe you want to check out a couple of fills and maybe a current fill in that baseball game in Seattle. So good luck to Mick Abel in his trip back home for him, because, of course, he is a native of Portland, Oregon, so it'll be a good chance for him, and he's excited about the opportunity to get to go back home and see some of his family and friends on the trip back to Seattle. Again, tonight's final score, Richmond with the win by a final score of 6-1. Raymond Burgess gets the win for Richmond. He's now 4-2. Tyler Phillips takes the loss. He is now 3-5. That will do it for our broadcast. For my colleague in the broadcast booth, Jake Starr, my name is Bob McCool. We'll be back at it again tomorrow night. Again, 6:45 is first pitch. Tompkins Plaza opens up at 4:45. We hope to see you at the ballpark. If not, we'll have the call for you right here on the Reading Fightin' Phillies radio network. And as always, you can watch it as well at MILB TV. That will do it for us tonight. Have yourselves a great Sunday evening. Hope to see you back at the ballpark tomorrow. Have a great night, everyone, and thank you for listening.